Triple, triple, toil and tipple, glasses pour and muscles ripple. The ghouls of plenty shall be slighted, when hot young things will plenty sighted, when four queer squeerdos form a band, only spooky things at hand. Welcome to twitch.tv/Measly Meatloaf. I am and remain Max Measly Meatloaf, Max Wilcox, the Bog's leading hedonist, your speeding weedonist, and your master of scaremonies for Surf and Turf, our co-working evil characters, horror comedy, Crawler D, RPG stream that we do around here. And when I say we, I ain't being facetious, I ain't being royal. I'm talking about all these royal pains in my grass that I like to call my friends. I'm guessing Henry is getting a pizza right now.
I believe so.
Of fucking course. Welcome.
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 What
I see.
happened to the stream layout?
Not the Discord.
There we go.
Well, that's
still
that.
Henry.
I guess that's what Henry looks like on this one. Henry's shapes and our Discord on this one. Oh, and a ghoul is a
ghoul.
foot. Well, frick. There's a fair bit to recap. It's been quite a few weeks since we've done Surf and Turf last. I think this is the first Surf and Turf post just me having a mustache stream, and that's important for photo sensitivity warning. Oh, thank God Henry's webcam wasn't visible on stream. Henry.
Wow.
Hold on.
Henry. Oh my God.
How do I get it to? Okay,
It is
there we go.
flashing through all the Christmas colors.
It was like, okay, now I will restart Henry's webcam. That was really scary. Man, I'm gonna.
I didn't think it was gonna do that.
Yeah.
To be fair. To be fair to me, and let's be fair to me.
Ball reveal.
Oh shit! Sorry, wait. Well, it's going great so far.
Yeah, it's going really great so far, and I am audible now. Sorry about that brief hiccup there, folks at home.
Technical difficulties.
Fettuccine. Nope.
Nope.
Fettuccine.
Basil.
Ball.
Ball.
If you're not careful, I'll put you in the fettuccine ball. Guys, I was trying
There we
to
go.
I was trying to look up a seasonal is this thing on? I was trying to look up a seasonal cosmetic for one of the Overwatch characters, so I searched up wrecking ball skin and I did not find
Da, 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 da.
Welcome. Whoa! I didn't see Steph come back into the room, so it looked like you've got a recursive guy. Welcome back to Surf and Turf.
Go Ghoul Jome.
Hi. Don't even. Scary name to speak aloud. Soon you will gather a crowd. Henry, your blue alarm's going off. Do you want to see to that?
Or just ocean themed.
Oh, do you have Ocean Gladness? Surf and Turf is a show. Golly, where do we start? About three coworkers.
But I hope we're not restarting.
Guys, I think we really could have done every scene with Trent, Kevin, and
Better.
Vernon better.
We open on Trent riding his bike through the streets of sunny California. Sorry. Fuck. We gotta start over.
Okay. God, the story so far, in brief, if you've not watched the first, 80 hours of this podcast, I got issues for you. But also, Tyrion dies at the end. I don't know. I've not watched Game of Thrones. How about we start... Okay, bye, Henry. Oh, he's yellow now. How about we start by introducing the three of you and your characters, and then we'll get into the world that
And
we're
we're
in.
back.
Yeah, you know that when you leave the
Oh,
stream...
fuck,
You know when you leave, the stream doesn't pause, right? Even if you flashbang us. Directly to my right, I am joined, as oft before, by
Sorry.
Reese, Friend, and Ghoul, playing Trent Cotry, pararomantically involved young go-getter who's just trying to live his life and not be kind of swallowed up by the horrible systems that he's found himself privy to.
I'm sort of not trying to get myself into any danger or anywhere that I couldn't get myself out of. I'm trying not to put myself in a sticky situation.
You just want a quiet life with your
Exactly.
with your loud wife.
Quite.
Directly below me, we have my good friend Chrissy, Tim Horton's son, playing Vernon Roberts, bureaucratic vampire to the stars, and blood-hungry murderer dealing SARS. Tell us a little bit about
Spitting
Vernon.
bars.
Vernon would never rap. He's too scared. How's that pizza, Henry? Sorry, we gotta cut to this pizza cam.
It's not just my camera, it's just that nobody else is doing. Why is Kevin wearing a Christmas hat?
Because we've not used the Surf and Turf one-on-one thing since a very Surf and Turf Christmas, almost one calendar year ago.
Oh, good for us.
Yeah.
This workplace is 365 days since its last Surf and Turf one-on-one camera incident. How's that?
That's
Did we
good.
get
Now,
him?
Chris, tell us a little bit about Vernon Roberts. Middle name
yes.
reveal?
Name reveal. First off, a bit of a spoiler. I am playing Vernon Roberts, who is a vampire.
Some would say.
Some would say, including Vernon.
I'm a vampire. Thanks, Vernon. Well, that's all you guys need to know. And finally, last and least, catty cornered to me so I can keep a close eye on him from the back of the class. We've got Henry Fettuccine Balfredo Hoffman playing Kevin, the slightly out of focus angel who started this adventure the way he's going to go out of it, moving cans.
That's an interesting little bit of Kevin vision. What do you call it? Heavenly beams?
That's the name. Yeah, Heavenly Beams as opposed to Whispers of the Blood or Trent's Pinterest.
Right. Let me just hold on.
It feels like you're unscrewing me. God, your guys, fingerprint reveal. You guys can like pose as Henry for crime.
Yeah, use this for my bank account. Gotta focus again.
$5 added.
Why is it so hard to? Okay, here we go. Yeah, so basically,
Why do you have manual focus on your webcam?
I don't know, man. Good question. Another good question. Why does it have such a good macro lens on it? Like, why am I able to focus on my thumbprint so accurately, but not on the room?
Well, webcams were originally designed for conference calls, so sometimes you needed to send like highly sensitive scans of like blueprints or DNA to people in the. See, it's for bi-coastal companies, Henry, like Measly Media.
Like Hi-Fi. Which segues us into what we're doing today. It's a little show called Surf and Turf, Return to Cabaret,
Trent's Revenge.
Trent's Revenge.
Legend of Kevin's Gold.
Speaking
of which, can you tell us a little bit about Kevin?
Yeah, so Kevin's kind of an angel.
World's yellowest pizza.
He's kind of fuck, sorry, what's that?
How about we just go to the Taco Bell to figure out some fucking information about your character, Henry? You know, we're just really spend a good couple sessions gnawing on some yellow fried chicken looking pizza. Looks like you're eating chicken cordon bleu.
I didn't realize we were having a mukbang episode today.
Sorry guys, I'm a little goofy today.
Goofy too, Jet. Oh, is it all the bourbon you drank?
Yeah, it was all the bourbon and juice.
And
so yeah, Kevin is an angel from the ocean, from the sea. He's sort of Trent's protector / godfather / guardian angel.
Godfather is
a lover.
Godfather's a really good word for it. I don't know if we've never Trent is Kevin's kind of clerk or paladin. Do you think it's?
I feel like isn't Godfather usually assigned by the parents?
Well, what greater parents are there than the heavenly cooling abyss of heaven?
I was just about to say, I feel like my parents would not like Kevin's company.
What a rude thing to say to your friend.
Man, my parents... Also, haven't your parents met Kevin?
Yeah,
probably. Have you talked to them at did you talk to them at the Christmas party?
Probably, but I don't know
or
if you
Daniel's
really got
birthday.
A full rundown.
Daniel's birthday.
Daniel's birthday, probably.
You briefly met at Daniel's birthday, and also they were there briefly the last time you guys were at the University of Cabaret, California, which segues us to.
Oh yeah.
What happened most recently in? You never.
I would never interrupt you. Is what I was going to say.
Yeah. Questlove in the house. Recently on Surf and Turf, in incredible brief, our hunters returned to Commander and Cheers. Going underneath it, they found other Kevin. A clone is the kind of running clone / brother of Kevin, created by Hi-Fi, local evil massive corporation.
It's like a legally allowable reproduction, I guess.
A legally distinct copy, but also protected under copyright law. Kind of like, you're kind of Winnie the Pooh with a shirt on, and other Kevin is like Winnie the Pooh with no shirt on.
Mm-hmm.
And the other Kevin is in the public domain. any fucking ways. You found other Kevin in a big old puddle of gross, sticky, moldy-looking fungus. Kevin, brain-to-brain connected with other Kevin, and they had a long conversation kind of talking about what Hyphae's goals are. Hyphae pretty much just kind of wants to become bigger than it all, and kind of bypass the whole heaven and hell system by cutting out the middleman and being the producer and collector of all things at the same time, and kind of, take it all over. The current whereabouts of many of the moving parts in this situation are unknown. You know that there are many seeming copies of seemingly deceased police detective Theodore Yinzer currently roving the streets, presumably working for Hyphae, presumably hunting down the three of you. Heaven and Hell are currently focused on Cabaret. Hell physically, Heaven spiritually, I guess, readying an attempt to destroy Hyphae before it can become a serious threat, as Hyphae has concentrated nearly all of its resources to Cabaret, creating a large, bustling, near small city of an organism of a company all in one place, focusing all of its interests on the University of Cabaret, California, which is a large magical dome, pretty much, containing a new form of life, an artificial intelligence / hive mind type guy called the student body. Hyphae is very interested in the student body, as the student body seems to be able to create matter out of nothing and seems to be able to control and alter people's minds at the drop of a hat. However, it seems scared to interact with the student body as of right now. The three of you most recently are in a subway station, which is also a crystallization of the putrid abyss of hell, in between Hyphae headquarters and the University of Cabaret, California. And you were quite recently just introduced once more to the Cyclogrease, the 14,404th leader of hell, and the son of friend of the stream, pararomantically engaged. Congratulations, by the way.
Oh my god.
Demon Amber, no last name. It's the three of you. Amber is here. You are in the first car of a subway in this subway station, which is all laid out with computer and sign. And the Cyclogrease is sitting in the corner, looking over documents at a table of sorts. We are not on this hill. I don't know why this is the only image that's up right now. Give me a moment for us to not be on this hill. It breaks complete kayfabe.
So sorry, we're seeing Amber, the Cyclogrease, and Trent currently,
and also Kevin and Vernon.
Oh, okay, I was confused because you said the three of you, but I guess you were talking about the three of us.
The three of you and Amber and the Cyclogrease.
Right.
That's right.
It's let's call it kind of 30 minutes or so since we last streamed. Feels just like it, doesn't it, guys? Amber and the Cyclogrease are in the corner of this subway car having a hushed and heated conversation with you. The Cyclogrease is kind of sitting down on one of the kind of subway chairs, looking relatively relaxed indeed. And Sirius, Amber is standing up at straight attention with straight posture in her demonic kind of mud and bones form, looking agitated but very alert. And the two of them are having a hushed but heated conversation. Trent pending, what are you guys doing right now? They've not paid you a lot of mind. It seems that Hell is in the middle of a lot of preparations for the upcoming business. And if you have any clarifying questions before we go into this, as this is the kind of this is the beginning of the ending action of the higher education arc, feel free to ask them now if you are confused about any pieces of information. You have had Heaven and Hell's kind of full plan explained to you guys, but again, it's been a little bit. I sent a little bit into it, the chat that we have.
Yeah, but not their
intentions.
Do we have their blessing?
Their blessing and their curse, depending.
Right. Right, because we're all friends here. And Kevin, sorry, that's me as Kevin. We're all friends here, trying to break the tension a bit.
What's that, Kev? Sorry, we're in the middle of a conversation over here.
Yeah. Do you want some of this pizza or?
Is that good? Looks pretty
Kind
yellow.
of. Well, that's just sort of my color grading.
Speaking of which, actually, you may notice that Kevin usually emits a bit of like a passive lighting effect around him, just so hostile mobs don't spawn. But right now, Kevin, you feel almost fit to burst at the seams. If you had unstable marked, I would like you to unmark it. You feel a great deal of heavenly presence upon you. It's kind of been ramping up slowly for the past, let's say, 30 minutes. Hello, Space Girl Zozo. Fart indeed.
I'm currently healed. I also have this level up that I keep saying that I'm going to do something with.
I would suggest that you do that.
So maybe I'll just
perhaps have consideration on that. But you guys see that Kevin is Kevin. What is your kind of natural angelic light is like a silver color, right?
What if I just use this level up to retire this hunter to safety on this? Kevin just disappears and we never hear from him again.
I'd like to point out that I too have a level up, so like we could run away together if you want.
Oh my god,
that's beautiful. It's just
That
what
would be
Carly
good.
Rae Jepsen was talking about.
I guess you know what, maybe I'll just take another weird point.
Man, that's a weird point. Dang, thanks for the follow, Space Girl Zozo. Fettuccine Balfredo. Kevin, you are like positively throbbing with divine light focused upon you. You feel like you are at the bottom point of a massive cone, miles upon miles across at its base, and as thin as the head of a pin at its tip. And you feel like the tip of that cone is kind of pressed directly on top of your soul, let's call it. You think that if you used magic right now, it would maybe be a little bit hard to focus. You've got the whole ocean behind a door, but opening it might not be a good idea to steal some imagery from Johnny Sims. Trent, you are... No, Sims, not Sins. Trent, you feel yourself, despite the kind of stress of being near the devil from the Bible, you feel kind of... You feel the calm that one gets from relaxing in like a mineral tub for a couple hours. So you're feeling a little bit pruny, but very physically relaxed. Kevin is emitting this like palpable like focus right now. There's a charge to him, as every book ever has ever said, like the air before a thunderstorm. And the two of you feel pressure upon you. Not necessarily like an immediate feeling, but you feel this like you feel a welling within and without you. Vernon, you feel just phenomenal, but you still have this incredibly strong sense that you've kind of seen this all before. You're just getting some like really unusual pangs of deja vu over and over again. This feeling started roundabout when all of you blacked out just after the meeting between the Cyclogrease and the Nautilus, and it's not really fully gone away for you yet, Vernon. In the corner, you see that Amber and the Cyclogrease are beginning to get a little bit more heated with each other. More so, the Cyclogrease is more so just kind of talking like quicker as opposed to raising their voice. But Amber is, again, still like standing straighter than any of you have maybe seen her do before, and like very, very physically tense, is beginning to yell at her son. He's like, it's absolutely ridiculous. It's just, I told you when you got into this, and I told you when I got out of this, that this is just not how I want to be going about doing things. And this is seriously not the fucking time to be bringing this up right now. There's a lot going on, and I just don't want you levying that bullshit against me. And the Cyclogrease is just kind of like, well, you know, it's very hard to make out what they are saying. You pick up, I will say, Kevin, you have not heard a single word of this conversation. Trent, for you as well, it's quite difficult. Vernon, you've picked out a word here or there, and you know, read into that as you guys will. But Amber just kind of like throws down her hands, like, I don't need to be discussing this right now. This is really, just keep reading or whatever it is you want to be doing right now. I need to. I'll talk to you fucking later. And she just kind of turns on her heel and walks over to the three of you guys, and just kind of like rests her like just kind of like that shit on Vernon's, not Vernon, what's your name, Trent, on Trent's shoulders, and seems a little bit, and she's still in kind of mud and bone mode, so you're getting a little bit of mud on your clothing, Trent.
That's
like,
fine.
Yeah. Hey Hey champs, how's our little kind of power nap going? I think we're ready to move on, or I guess kind of feel out what we want to be doing with today. Oh my god, sorry, it's not. Kevin, I don't know if it's kind of like this for you guys, but like being near like a higher up demon is a very like shaking physical experience, and being near the devil kind of makes you need to, I don't know, drop into line even if you're not in that kind of space anymore. So it's not a fun vibe in here for me.
Yeah, I'm also not feeling the most fun vibe being in this train car with the devil.
That's so fucking fair, man. You know what, Kev?
Are your guys' like power statuses linked to your like auras or something?
Trent, what the
Like,
fuck are you talking about?
Well, just because like if he's the devil, but like I feel like you have some sort of control over him because like you're his parent. But like
It's a
trying
very
to
it's
understand.
a complicated flow
This guy
chart.
Is he
right,
the
it's-
sorry? Is he the devil because he's powerful, or is he powerful because he's the devil?
He became the devil because he's powerful, and now he is
Okay.
powerful because he's the devil.
Okay, you've lost me again.
Yeah,
Let's just continue.
it's a bit of a headache to talk about.
Yeah.
And also he is like, it's a whole thing. Like the power, I guess, is coming from the crown and shit that he's wearing, but he is also a powerful demon, and he's
Mhm.
also powerful because I'm powerful because
Mhm.
I'm his mom. It's a lot.
Mhm.
So, Hell is currently like scanning hyphae-ish because it's a very like in the ground based thing, a mushroom. It's actually kind of easy for Hell to interface with without it kind of drawing too much attention, and the hyphae is very distracted with the whole cabaret university thing. God, I would leave the subway car, but it might not be. I think we are the safest place can be right now is like right here. It's just very hard for outside forces, including heaven, to have a kind of take on this right now. So yeah, Hell, once it has like a full appraisal of hyphae, and once hyphae is like distracted and vulnerable enough, Hell is going to try to kind of consume and I guess subsume all of the physical matter of hyphae, all the people, all the buildings, all like literally everything. All that like physical space will become Hell. Like it might be only be for a fraction of a second. Yeah, please.
Like kind of then becomes under your dominion. Is that sort of like the
And
idea? Yeah.
more
okay, cool.
specifically, if there's one thing that heaven is really, really good at doing, it's destroying Hell, right? So as soon as hyphae
Okay.
becomes Hell, heaven is going to fire its kind of whole thing via you two guys at it, and ideally that's going to cause it to no longer be. Now, the last time that this happened was the last time that like a catalyst was used, and it was a little messy.
Is Trent going to,
I
Yeah, I feel like this is not.
walk
gonna-
into a big
this isn't
bloody
boding
mess?
well.
it's not boding great. I think that there might be ways that we can also just we can
I feel like once I'm kind of like in it though.
yeah. Like I just want to say we don't have to do this.
I mean,
But I mean, like,
what is the?
yeah, there's not really an alternative.
Well, I guess like
Yes.
definitely a more mushroom-based way of life.
Yeah, like a mushroom-based
everyone.
row paste, if you will.
Yeah.
Vern,
Edit undo.
I think you're mainly kind of
Bro-based,
just
yeah.
here for people to lean on.
Yes.
Like they don't seem like, I don't know, like they're real. I've brought it up a couple times in my questioning before this when I was talking to the Cyclogrease. But like I don't know, they've been like they don't seem to want to have a plan for you, which is I don't know, I don't get that. You're a useful guy, Vernon. I think you're kind of on team keep Trent alive, which I
Yes.
like a lot.
I think should
I
I write
can-
down on the plan?
yes.
I have 2 steps
Yeah.
so far. Should step 3? Should we say maybe Vernon like comes into his own and has this big hero moment.
Okay, yeah, kind of like
What does
are we calling it like a Die Hard type thing or like a Neville Longbottom type thing?
I'll just put down Vernon's long bottom moment.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Sure, I don't know what you're talking about, but I
Neither do I, but I'm assuming based on the context that he's some sort of great mythical hero.
So we don't
sounds like he just has a butt.
long one.
You should have some.
Yes.
Or like
Vernon.
it could be referring
Have
to
some
pants,
respect.
right?
That's true. It could be.
Like bell
So sorry,
bottoms.
How
So is that
is-
just pants with long legs? Well, I think we
I'm
might be
having a
losing.
little bit of trouble following that. I'm trying to do this new thing where I understand the plan going in. So I just want to like.
Crazy, guys.
So what is
wow.
how
Wait,
is
sorry,
Hell-
Chris. Not Chris. Whoa, Vernon, Trent. Sidebar, super quick.
Mm-hmm.
Can we just have a super quick sidebar, super like real quick, and then I might
Yes,
need
sir.
to have one with Kevin and Trent, if that's also okay.
Yes, that is.
Kevin, you can't hear us right now, right?
I can. We're sitting next to each
Can
other
you-
still. So.
Would you plug your ears?
Yeah, sure.
Or just like walk a
And
bit
like,
away.
yeah,
Okay.
you could go talk to my son if you want. I don't. Like, there's also like more cars on the subway if you want to check
Yeah,
stuff
I'll
out.
just walk the
Talk
other
to
way
Myson.
from your son, if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, sorry. It's a complicated situation. Vernon and
Yes.
Trent. If there's one, Kevin doesn't. So we know that there's two Kevins, and we know that one looks like the not right Kevin. And I know you vibed him out, Trent, and I appreciate the vibe powers. I'm just saying.
It's kind of like a soul swap, I think, more like.
I've never known Kevin to want to understand a plan before going into it.
That's true.
This is
That's kinda
this is just me. I'm just saying that, like, again, I kind of did this a bit of tete-a-tete with Vern Kev going into this, but like I've got my eyes open. Number one priority is that my boyfriend does not die.
That is yes. I guess I do not know how interchangeable the two Kevins are.
And Vernon, I'm just like, I don't.
I mean, they're very different, and like this one seems like our Kevin.
I'm waving at Kev through the train car. He's muted, so he can't deafened, so he can't hear us.
Oh, what you guys? you
I just
back?
realized that honestly, I could
Yeah.
probably have this second sidebar with you here, Vernon. It doesn't really make any difference. Like,
I see.
I mean, you can listen to this shit. I've never known a vampire to be able to do the things that you can do, or have the things that happen to you. So, like,
Yeah,
again,
sorry.
the
Do I,
two.
get to ask, do I get to ask my question now, or is that the sidebar? Or are we having the sidebar first and then the question?
You can ask your question now. I've decided to not do Vernon's sidebar with him not here, because even if I don't like fully trust him, like him knowing that, and like I've already voiced that I am dubious of the two of you, even with like I think there's still reasonable doubt that you two are compromised. But also, you work for
Okay.
Heaven, Kevin,
Uh huh.
so there's a lot of mistrust there. Anyways, what's your question, friend?
So Hell is going to seize control of.
The means of
High
production.
phase,
Yeah.
What is going to? Do they not have like what is going to allow Hell to do that? Is that just like a big
Magic.
effort,
Hell-
or is that
It's.
like,
I mean, it's not going to be easy. Don't get me wrong. Like if we have a full physical understanding, if they have a full physical understanding of the space, if there's one thing Hell is really good at, it's like corrupting and consuming, especially like this type of thing. Like it's all like
right? So we
fungal
don't have to,
matter.
like,
It's all. Well, the thing.
wait for. Are we waiting for Hyphae to like do something to do that, or is
Well,
that just,
we would like them to. For everybody involved, it would be best if Hyphae is distracted and focused on something else. Now, they are very distracted and focused on the student body right now, but if they gain control of the student body and kind of consume the student body into Hyphae's kind of network, Hyphae would pretty reasonably be able to make matter from nothing and then very quickly speed along their ability to kind of become Earth, pretty much. So we also would like that to not happen while this is all happening. So it's something that the four of us can do to this situation that they're in can probably work as a pretty good distraction there. And might also be able to hopefully like mitigate like collateral. You know,
Mhm.
see if we can, I don't know, because like other Kevin seemed like that he was reasonable when disconnected from the network. That's something, I don't know. I also, hey, I'm gonna be real with you, it would be cool if the student body wasn't destroyed. They seem to be okay, right? Like
yeah, I
they,
was gonna.
they're
That sort
chill.
of brings me to my next point. Do you
Yeah,
think
please.
we could maybe like, you know, if Haife is planning to try and get the student body to, you know, sign a contract or something, do you think we could possibly get them to,
Be our
Uh,
friends.
yeah,
I think we've got a good chance of that, but we don't know. I don't think Haife, like, for all their like portents about like trying to get like the resources to the right spot and like make the best possible outcome for everybody, they don't seem to be fucking crazy about consent.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that we can definitely, I think that we can either like go into Haife and fuck with them there and like trust that the situation will go fine elsewhere, or we can go into UC Cabaret and see if we can talk to the student body and maybe be on like the front line of that interaction. But there's just, you know, I would rather us not split up, because I think that like I want, mainly just because pretty much I want all of us like kind of making a little inhuman barrier around Trent, because again, meet human person.
Meat boy. I'm
Meat-
sort of
you're-
like a little boy.
I don't like, you're a bit
Yeah.
of a not even
yeah. Sometimes I forget that somebody could theoretically just
like
shoot
throw
Trent in
throw
the
a
head.
fucking like javelin
Or, like, a rock
or
or
like a
something.
big
Just, like,
rock.
walk by and stab me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Well,
that
he
It doesn't
doesn't.
even have to be a supernatural creature. Like it could just be like
That's true. You
'cause
could
you-
just
just a
get hit in the
guy.
head.
Yeah,
You could
Yeah, or I
honestly
could get,
just
like,
like
run
keep
over by a
going up
car.
the stairs.
Yeah,
and just, like,
there's
yeah.
also
your
like
head.
so much like, have you eaten food like recently? Like so much food is
shit, yeah.
poisoned. Like
Did
you
you
gotta
want some of the
realize.
pizza?
Like,
I mean,
do you have some
I ate
some
it.
pizza?
I mean, it's sort of yellow.
It's kind of
It's
yellow,
yellow,
right?
and it is. I would
It's
have to
like
retrieve it
glowing
from-
yellow.
It's a little bit wet now. Is all.
Did you get it from heaven?
Well, it's inside of me now, so.
Oh, then I
And
really
in
don't
a way,
want
I
it.
did.
I guess
Sorry,
now
do you
it's
even
part
need
of
to eat?
heaven.
No, but I like pizza.
I have granola.
That's
if
fair.
that helps.
You know what? I think that's the most I could relate to you, Kevin.
Does anybody?
There was that time I tried to make that smoothie. Do you remember that from season 1?
Oh yeah,
Although I don't think you were there for that. Maybe you were actually.
me?
Oh,
No. Who?
No, Trent was
Who?
there. Trent was there for that. Vernon wasn't.
Trent was
I
there
wasn't
for
there.
that,
I'm
yeah.
Amber.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys want to talk to them over there right now, pointing behind them at the cyclogrease. There are also provisions on the rest of this train if we need to like take anything with us. It's, you know, hell stuff, so it might feel physically bad / feel cosmically bad for you, Kev. But I'm like, I don't know. It's just options are there. Like we've got our like the concession cart is like the next cart down on the train, and then after that it's the falling cart, and then after that it's the fire cart, and after that it's the subway cart.
Sorry, the falling cart?
Yeah, you fall there.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well, that sounds
hell
kind of
stuff.
unpleasant. So maybe I don't know. If you like, maybe we could just like Trent, Vernon, or you guys. Do you want anything, or like? I think I'm okay with like the stuff.
I'm good. Yeah.
That I brought. in,
Yes,
so.
I'm fine.
Well, yeah, I think time is probably of the essence.
Yeah, we
we should
don't have
probably-
time to. Yeah.
Yeah, Taco Bell
we don't
real
have any
quick.
time. We can always go to Taco.
Yeah, come on. Yeah,
There's always time for Taco Bell.
I love
Yeah.
a Taco Bell episode.
I'll have a Taco Bell
That's
season.
all of them.
All right. Well, yeah, I don't. And as she's like trying to like walk out the door, she kind of like stops, like salutes to the cyclogrease, very, very quickly puts her hand down and walks out. Without saying a fucking word to him. Just not pleased about the dude, and he just kind of like is like. Yeah, you look over to him, and he's kind of in. There's like a hot and humid rain rising up from the floor to the ceiling, just kind of sizzling across the roof of this subway. And in it, you see small moments of information and thought, and you know that he is doing fucking something.
All right. Well, I guess after is this guy? Are you coming with us or?
No, I believe I will be remaining here until the present moment.
All right. Yeah. Okay. That's too bad Because we'd love to have you.
I'd
But-
honestly really like to get to know you guys some more. Yeah, it's always pleasant when we hang out.
Sure.
Yes, I.
All right, gang, let's go.
Trent, if I may, a word.
Sure. What's up?
Vernon, Kev, you guys can step outside, but Chris and Henry, you don't need to mute your microphones. It's fine.
Do I have to step outside?
Would you like to stay in the car, Kevin?
Well, I mean, he's like kind of my, ward, and leaving him alone with the devil from the Bible is maybe not like the
It
best.
does seem like it's in your prerogative to stay.
Yeah. I mean, you are the devil from the Bible.
stay
like
if you
said.
must.
I'll stay a respectful distance away.
This honestly might be pertinent information for you to hear as well, Kevin.
Great. Okay. I'll stay
Trent,
right here then.
in the now I've been weighing a few eventualities. In the eventuality that you survive this encounter, I suppose, and then supposing Heaven does not get drunk upon using you as this catalyst and then use you for other great things. Like, all that aside, if this all goes according to... Sorry, I'm
Neville!
I'm deathly afraid of bats. If all goes to plan, there will be a pretty great deal of hellish presence in Cabaret, and hell does by its nature need to be fought by something. It's kind of how we get our whole kind of narrative importance in the universe. It's but by being an adversary, and someone would need to be adjudicating and keeping this area in line. And I have offered Amber a job doing so, and you would be very welcome to fill a similar capacity. Amber has seemed less than thrilled about this prospect, but I'm giving you the full fairness of, or I'm giving myself the full fairness of having myself heard out by you. I've never been great at the kind of whole tempter and whisperer of secrets part of this job. I'm more of a numbers guy. But I just want it to be said that there is no bad blood between the two of us, and as much as this is a plan of necessity and interest for me, I do what Heaven believes hell should be doing, I suppose. But I think that there are ways that this can end without unscheduled loss of human life.
Yeah, I mean, that would be for the best, and I definitely feel like there is no animosity or bad blood between us.
And they hold out their hand.
Yeah, sure. I shake it.
Are we?
heartily.
Oh my. Okay. Right.
Okay.
You're not gonna like. You don't want to like maybe
I thought it was a
consult
friendly. Oh, Trent is like thinking it's a friendly handshake.
doing like a. Yeah. So you.
So there's the classic like kind of spurt of like kind of bluish fire like
shit.
and like a bit of brimstone at your handshake. It's like, oh, that's just kind of boilerplate stuff. Don't even worry
That's
about it.
not. I just wanted. I was gonna say.
No backsies.
Okay.
The devil.
I mean, I didn't realize that was like a
Making a
deal handshake. I
deal,
thought we were just saying
with the
hi.
devil.
I literally just said there was no bad blood
You thought
between
you were
us.
saying hi.
The devil.
Yeah.
The devil.
I mean-
the devil from the Bible.
Okay.
And you didn't think you
Well-
should consult me on that or something? It was so fast. I didn't
I'm
even have
saying
time to talk.
hi. I was saying hi, and there was no bad blood, and he put out his hand. I didn't
There
realize
was no bad
that
blood
was an
between you and
okay.
the devil.
Now there is bad blood. I feel now there's quite a bit of bad blood. Anyway,
Yeah,
I don't
man, you're
really wanna fight.
yeah, man,
I'd
you're-
rather just
you're
take on
fucking
a
my
supporting
mom.
Role, if anything. What does that have to do with anything?
The devil.
Yeah. Okay. I think we're gonna leave.
Yeah. Have a
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Good luck.
you later,
You're
man.
Trent. You're gonna fucking die.
God
Alright.
damn it!
Yeah, of course, right?
Trent. What HP are you at right now?
I only have one harm,
Oh, you can remove it.
and then gain back all of it in mental anguish.
Hey, Trent. How many luck points have you spent?
Spent 3 luck points.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, Chris just did an instant transmission move. I really need to pee because of the potion I drank before the stream. I'm gonna run and do that real quick. This is a good time for my players to talk without me being able to hear them. Just like the channel in our Discord for secrets that I'm sure the 3 of them have used. Be right back, everybody. I'll put on a little bit of a.
Are we still on air for this?
Do you guys want to be or no? I think it's funny if you are, but feel free to not be in the public spotlight for a moment. Regardless, I need to pee, so
Bye.
well, let me know one way or the
Yeah, you can keep us on air.
Okay, cool.
All right, welcome to Measly Meatloaf.
Measly
The only-
Me's Trio Threat Comedy Hour.
The only live show on the internet.
Ever.
Yeah, not just hosted by us, but by anyone. This is one of the more interesting Trent developments of the season.
Yeah, I was not expecting a deal with the devil. That was
I honestly didn't realize the handshake was a sign of the deal. I thought he was just saying hi.
So you out of character, you did get tricked into making
Yeah.
a deal.
Out of
So
character,
easy.
I was playing my character too well.
You know what? That's respect.
I was literally going in for a handshake saying, oh yeah, there is no bad blood between us. And then I got tricked into a deal with the devil.
Crazy. That is fun. That was.
I mean,
I thought it was just an interesting character decision, but it's.
Yeah. You
You should not talk to the devil. I thought maybe
Yeah.
that you would at least like. I thought that maybe Trent would consult Kevin a little bit before like. I was hoping to kind of act as your counsel a bit more, but I really didn't even. have fucking
Trent
time.
hasn't spent enough time around supernatural beings to be like wary of like physical contact.
Hey, Kevin, you
Like-
got in the mulch.
That's
Yeah.
also
Okay.
true.
Okay. But would I have gotten into the mulch if I'd had a lawyer with me? That's why you don't
Team?
self-represent. That's why you always.
Yeah.
That's why you always
consult your
legal
team.
counsel.
Always consult
Yeah.
your legal team before you shake hands with the devil.
or get in the mulch. This is
Or
a
get
real
in the
Trent mulch moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I wonder if
And then
Trent.
Trent was gonna say he doesn't really want to fight monsters, but I would like happily support Amber from staying home and making sure she's okay.
You'd be like a bot laner support duo.
The
I'd be more
stay-at-home
like a
husband.
coach, not playing the game.
You'd be like a Valorant coach, and she's like a breach main.
Sure.
All right,
Get-
let's get back.
Hey,
Let's discuss this in character with
We've
The
Amber.
not
best
been
coaches
streaming.
never play the game.
We've not been streaming this entire time. Don't even worry about it, man.
This thing is not on.
This shit is not live. The three of you and Amber are on the escalator, kind of going up above ground, and you are in a large gravel lot. And you see all around you the kind of buildings of Hyphae. I'll put on some fucking spooky music. I'm putting on hunted.mp3 in case
Yes,
you guys-
I'll follow along at home maybe.
very cool. You guys see these large buildings, but then there is a kind of break in all these buildings, and you see the large kind of sprawling campus of UC Cabaret. UC Cabaret is like a pretty big university. I would call it like on scale, if a little bit smaller than like UBC for kind of folks in the know. But you can see that even now the campus looks a little bit different than last you saw it. The
Different in a
quad,
bigger kind of way.
no. It is the exact same size, and there's like still
I
it's
see.
got a very like specific kind of like perimeter all around it that you can now begin to see just for ease of kind of concept, kind of big glowy symbols showing that there's a magic barrier around the school. Most of the quad and kind of fields have been seemingly terraformed into just some very comfortable, lovely rolling green fields. Rolling green like fields and hills. There's still most of the university buildings, and in the center of these this kind of green hill zone, you see a kind of large, stately-looking house that is kind of hard to make the details of from far away. It's all, as you are on ground level, this is kind of all you can see of the area around you. UC Cabaret is just kind of like Commander in Cheers, in that it's on like a bit of a raised point, and it's more visible because it's where like all the buildings kind of end around it. What are you guys doing?
What is it? Can we get a little bit more of a visual description of this house? Is it like a
I will say you're still like fairly. It's like this would be like if you were like on Spanish Banks and like looking at UBC and there weren't like buildings and shit in the way.
right? I see. Okay.
But I mean, if you get close, you'll be able to see the house. It's like 3 stories tall. It appears to be pretty modern in design, and but relatively kind of. It's like like a bit on the cubier and shingles, windows.
Right. Okay.
With you could always investigate a mystery to find out what sort of creature this house is. But no, yeah, it's without kind of moving towards it, you're not going to get a ton more information about it. It looks large, but it's far.
Fair enough.
As there are still no people that you can see on the ground. They seem to be all the people seem to be giving a bit of a birth to this kind of hell lot. You can see people in these buildings, and a bunch of them are looking at you.
So, what is our plan here? Do we just stroll right in?
To UC Cabaret, you mean? Says Amber, holding big sword.
Like.
I mean, we had no issue getting onto the actual campus itself before. I don't even see why we wouldn't be able to use your angelic kind of shifting ability. And I don't know if I think there's probably more things hostile to us outside it than inside of the campus, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, everywhere kind of sucks this year, so.
Yeah, true.
Yes. And judging by the peeping eyes, it seems that our presence is likely already known.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Hyphae is pretty clear on us being antagonistic to them at this point.
Mm-hmm. Have we talked about the Trent's little train scene yet? Or is that like 2 minutes ago?
Trent's little train scene?
Yeah, so Trent, why don't you tell your lovely wife Amber the conversation that you had with the actual devil, which I would like to say for the record.
You guys kind of stayed behind on the train for a little bit. That's true. We've not. What did he want?
Well, I'm not. And Trent is like shifting a little bit, squirming. Amber.
She turns her deer skull to face you.
I'd like to preface with, I'm not used to supernatural customs yet.
Trent.
Yeah.
No, he's the devil.
That's what I was saying the whole time. And I want to say for the record,
I will say I could have maybe
he was the devil.
I could have maybe set you up for this better. Did you make any sort of like verbal contract with him?
It definitely wasn't verbal.
Was it in writing? Because that's the worst it could have been.
It wasn't in writing.
Okay,
Thankfully.
okay, that's good. You shook his hand then.
It was a misunderstanding. He said there was no bad blood, and I wanted to, show an act of solidarity. Said there was no bad blood.
With the devil. Once again, let's just make sure that we're.
I will say, if you see me being like angry now, if you see like the anger in my eyes, eye holes on a skull, like not really. Body language mainly is what you're picking up.
Yeah.
It is primarily not on you, Trent. I am more so angry with my son. This is.
I'm more stunned than anything, because I didn't expect the devil to trick me into a deal and say, I'm angry at you for fucking my mother.
And sorry, can we just go back to that? I didn't expect the devil to trick me into making a deal. It was the whole thing. It wasn't just that. It wasn't just the deal. It was the deal, and then making the deal only because of the fact that I am in a relationship with his mother. It's a very childish thing to do.
Yeah, he's this.
Sorry, but the devil hasn't been like a childish figure in like many of like the movies and literary things I've seen.
One of the devils challenged a kid to a fiddle contest. That's pretty childish.
Okay, well,
Trentley rosin up your bow and play your fiddle hard. The devil's loose in the subway and the devil's feeling hard. Nice! Wow.
Nice.
We will table this matter for a late, because
yeah.
there are amazingly bigger. Sorry, there are bigger fish to fry. It's a devil. It's a
and
hell turn.
Trent,
I'm sorry.
I am.
Yeah.
Just sorry to make it clear, Trent. I am a little bit mad at you for it's not your smartest.
You could have tried to stop me.
It's
Kevin.
I could not because I didn't have time. I assumed that you would maybe consult me first before you did anything.
I would call
with the
this
devil.
kind of Trent's. I would call this Trent's mulch moment.
With the devil.
Vernon, I will say that this kind of puts you and me at one free bad decision on this mystery. Okay. Do we want to just go straight to UC Cabaret and see what's up?
Yeah, I guess might as well.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Going on foot's probably not a good idea. As the four of you interlock elbows and sing your teleportation song, and Skippy Whippy from one foot to the other, you see rounding the corner in an open-topped army surplus Jeep. You see four Ted Yinzers with automatic weapons, and they're pointing at you and you're yelling just as you guys disappear away. And you hear Amber go, "Youch!" As you guys.
Do I need to roll for that? Is that?
It's a place you've been before, and you are currently very good at using your your angelic abilities. There will be rolls this session. This isn't the most dice-based RPG podcast out there, just for folks at home, just in case you know. It happens, but the most recent sessions have been very talky. You guys appear kind of near where you were at the like near the student bar on the UC Cabaret campus, and you see ahead of you a big field with this not pictured large stately house sitting above it. I say above it as this house is not like there are no foundations like building it on top of this hill. It is floating seemingly a few feet above the ground with crisp, clean lines. It's not like a house that was put here. This house was clearly like made in midair here. It is spinning very, very slowly. Like that. House style, and you see a large, comfortable door. And if you look away and if you kind of shift your perception off of it, occasionally you see maybe a window change space, maybe the side shingling changes from like a comfortable oak brown color to like a soft sage green. But regardless of what it looks like, the house is very consistently comfortable and very consistently seemingly easy to get into. As in, like, always, like, big windows, big doors, like, big shit like that. Yeah.
Are we going there?
I don't know, Kev. I'd like to, I think. This feels
yes.
fun.
Sure. Sorry, can we just, clarify, is this a hyphae thing or is this a hell thing?
We're on UC Cabaret grounds, so very possibly neither. In that, I guess the student body was made by hyphae, but isn't of it.
Oh, right. I mean? But I'm saying this isn't like you don't know of hell like starting to like make stuff here or whatever. Like you're not.
Hell can't touch the UC Cabaret campus. I'm honestly kind of surprised that you can get us here.
I'm still a little confused as to how this whole thing works. So the UC Cabaret, the campus doesn't fall under.
It doesn't fall under anybody's jurisdiction right now.
Okay, international waters.
It's kind of like a demilitarized zone.
Well, if there's anything about demilitarized zones that I know, it's that they're always pretty safe for everyone involved.
Especially key members of the different aggressing parties.
Yeah. Let's go house, guys.
Yes, let's go house.
That's the sound of you guys climbing up the hill. It's steep, but the grass kind of feels like it molds itself almost into stairs under your feet. It's not like so dramatic that like you would notice it unless because you're just finding it very easy to scale this hill. You always find a very level place to set your feet. And as you get to the top of this hill, the house very slightly kind of like tilts forward and like dips so that the large grand doors are rested open on the top of this hill. And you see a large, comfortable kind of entrance room. You know what they're called, to a pretty comfortable looking house. And even in this entrance room, you can see that there are a few like couches, chaise lounges, and comfortable chairs where you see college-age people in deep, deep slumber.
should we like knock, or are we just think we can just walk in?
There's a ring camera next to the door, and you hear a voice coming from this little ring camera and be like, "Oh no, it's cool, guys. You can come in. I'm upstairs. Hi again. It's the student body.
Good to see you.
I mean, I can see you.
Good to.
I guess this is sort of the student dorm room.
No, you're near me.
Nice
I guess.
To visit.
Yeah,
I guess.
You're where I am
we'll
in
come
like
upstairs,
multiple.
Yeah.
We'll come upstairs. Come to the games room. Yeah. It's on the third floor. Yeah. Flights of stairs. Amber kind of still sword out, still in kind of her demonic form, looking a little bit cagey. I don't know if you guys have your weapons drawn or anything, but she like very much does, and is.
I think I'm. Kevin is wearing armor, but not like currently armed. Not currently carrying any weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Just like in
Vernon, yeah, please.
Oh, I was gonna say I also do not have my weapons drawn.
Cool. Trent.
Yeah, I've got my shield like affixed, but I'm not like holding it up or anything, and the knife is probably still in like a holster.
Vernon, you have the overwhelming feeling of it's part memory, part like sudden epiphany. You feel like you've just won Monopoly. Like the second you kind of enter, you just feel like a like real solid sense of just satisfaction and like triumph, specifically as if you've been doing something for way too fucking long, like winning Monopoly.
Right.
And if you look down at your hand, Vernon, you see that you are holding some Monopoly money. Yeah, but it just kind of feels like right. Like it just feels like the thing that you would have right now. You guys go up a couple flights of stairs. Every room that you look into all appear to be very comfortable, very modern, very kind of efficient for ease of use. And in all of them, you see more dormant sleeping people on like very comfortable looking surfaces. And this is a big house, and like every room just seems to continue on into like more rooms within itself. Every room is filled with kind of like art, and it's all very meticulous. It feels like a Sims house. Like it feels like very meticulously all put together. But everything is completely brand new. Every single article of clothing on all of these people seems like either brand new or incredibly well taken care of and well washed. They all seem to be very, very well taken care of, and they all look quite healthy. And as you go all the way to the top of this house, you see with 4 grand triangular windows in the kind of pitched roof facing off in the 4 cardinal directions. You see a very comfortable, sprawling games room. There's like a really large, like proper slate pool table. There's like a big TV with like an Xbox hooked up to it. There's a big old wall of bookshelves. There's a massive painting easel. And you see a kind of tall, spindly-looking figure sitting in one of those kind of like weird, like ergonomic chairs with no backs, but like the like place where you put your knees on the bottom of it. And they're sitting kind of crisscross applesauced. They have kind of light features, a kind of soft fuzz of greenish hair on the top of their head, kind of pale, not quite realized skin, I guess. Like their like physical form kind of seems to be like a little bit of an afterthought to them. Long limbs, long dexterous looking fingers, and very bright keen eyes kind of look out at you guys. And Trent, they look real fucking familiar, all kind of physical strangeness aside. But it's a little hard to put your finger on it right now. And they kind of like do a little polite little wave to you and like, hi, thank you for visiting. I don't get a lot of new people in here. Right now, what can I do you for? Have Kevin, I think that's you and not other Kevin. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I was
regular Kevin. We did a little. It's kind of a long story. We're like a little swappy thing.
I will say
they body swapped.
You do have some fungal mass on you, which is interesting, but it does not appear to be directly connected to the broader set of hyphae, or else I would be a little bit concerned about you being here. Amber, Trent, Vernon, it's quite nice to see the all of you. I have some suspicion as to why you might be here, but I'd like to hear it from you guys. I think I don't have a very good read on the whole situation right now.
I like the whole like body thing. Are you going for like the kind of like this kind of a off-putting sort of limb length thing on purpose, or like
it's just it makes reaching stuff easier and interacting with like it was more form over function, I guess. Also, I didn't like both the optics of like kind of piloting around one of my cells, nor the kind of physicality. Like just human bodies are very like breakable, and I wouldn't want any harm to come to them.
Yeah, fair enough. That makes sense. I mean, if you ever like want any like human like anatomy tips or anything, if you would need it, just
man, we should have a podcast.
Let me know. Yeah, we should.
Yeah, wow. Bodybuilding.
Nice.
Yeah. Really good. So I'm sorry. I've been here for what kind of feels like a really long time without a lot of external interaction. What do you guys need anything from me? I can kind of, I think, do anything in this limited space given time. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Like, do you guys want any food or like whatever? Like, this is your guests in my home.
I'd take maybe just a glass of water or something. But can I sort of we take a quick sidebar? I need to talk to my friends here about something unrelated.
Absolutely.
Or, well, it is related,
I have a hard time not kind of perceiving things on the cabaret or the UC Cabaret grounds, but I will do my best to avert my senses to something more interesting. There's some mice in the main building that are currently having a fight.
That sounds fun.
Brady, you're telling me. Okay, I'll be right. Just like, I don't know, finish your glass of water, and I'll know that it's time for me to come back.
Great. Okay.
And the figure just kind of like disappears into like just kind of like a lazy shimmer of kind of haze in the air.
Guys, I gotta be honest. I didn't really think we would get this far this easily, and I don't have a ton of a plan as to what exactly we're. I was kind of hoping that maybe Trent could take the lead on this because he's like, the charismatic one, and I'm like,
I think we're trying to say, what do we want? Well, I think we're trying to get the student body to safety
and get them to really specifically not want to join in with Hyphae, and maybe just to like be here when that contact happens as like kind of like a
they already
we want to be like a humanizing force on the
I mean, they already seem pretty set against Hyphae. Like when talking about Kevin, they were like, they said it would be a problem if Hyphae's like mycelium were to be on their campus.
That's true. I was kind of, to be honest, I was half expecting to like have to fight something or do like another sort of like trial of going to like another lecture or something. Or I wasn't really expecting.
Yeah, but they're just pretty chill, right?
Thank you. Yeah, well, we kind of just walked in here, and I didn't really think I didn't really plan this far ahead for that scenario. So okay, maybe they come back. We'll just. I mean, I guess we don't really need that much of a plan.
I feel like we should just explain our plan and then see how they feel about it.
I think honesty is probably the best bet, especially since they probably can access. Like, I don't think they're eavesdropping, but they probably have some idea of.
It seems like a bit of a limited omniscience situation.
Yeah. Like if we were gonna just try and straight up lie about what we wanted, I think that might be not the best threat.
So. But I would also like us to remember that charismatic magical forces can sometimes seem like they have your best interest at heart, but in actuality, it we could just maybe take this as like a learning opportunity. Just to like maybe let's have and also if I may, Kevin, sometimes weird looking little guys aren't nice and aren't your friend.
Yeah, I feel like.
What about like nice speaking demons?
That's true. Again, I am a demon. I understand that, like how this goes. But hey, Vernon's a vampire, and he would never hurt a fly.
That's true.
No blood.
Well,
what would you get out of that?
Should I just finish up this glass of water here?
Yeah.
That's actually a great like.
I said finish.
That's a great like vampire. Twisted like metaphor. Like, wouldn't hurt a fly doesn't mean that they wouldn't hurt anything. It just means they wouldn't do anything. Like,
there's nothing in it for them.
Inefficient.
Oh, you should see me with mosquitoes.
Dude's eating them like popcorn chicken. That's a truly horrific mental image that you've got there, Trent. That's really bad. Hi.
Interesting.
The mice fight didn't end good.
Oh, for For who? I'm kind of invested.
Doug.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Anyways, I could pull again all the information out of definitely Trent's mind, maybe the other rest of you guys if I spent a long time like doing it, but that just kind of feels like bad manners.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I mean, we were just talking about like what our plan was really. Like we were just getting our heads together, and we've kind of discussed that, we are concerned about Hyphae, and it sounds like you are somewhat as well.
I would like to. I don't really know. I can't really see what's happening outside of here, but just based on the like pretty active information I had about Hyphae right until like I was born, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Their goal is to use me for their ends, and I would like to remain a kind of living being outside of their whole kind of. It just like I don't know. I know hive minds, and I understand what they can be like, and I'm trying to be the change I want to see in the world, right? So I'm guessing they are going to come in here and offer for me to come quietly, and if not, they will throw literally everything they have against me. Because even if they lose 99% of their overall resources, if they gain control of me, what the fuck? What does that matter to them?
Yeah, it really doesn't even matter.
Yeah, it's like really a resources game. So I mean, we could play War of Attrition, but they're like a pretty potent thing. So okay, my summation of things that were going on outside are pretty accurate. Okay, I mean, you guys know Ilharm. I like you fine. And just for the record, if this massive magical barrier was brought up, I just kind of want to live my life. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean,
pretty good.
We all do, and like, I guess part of our like we are really worried that we won't be able to live our lives.
You guys hear a toilet flush somewhere else in the house.
Nice. At least not how we wish if Hyphae like were to gain control of everything.
Weird reaction to hearing a toilet flush somewhere else in the house.
Yeah, they're not my favorite being in the world, and I like. From, again, the information that I have from, like, the internet, somehow I still like humanity. It would be cool if they stayed around, which means that there might be, when I say a little bit of a fight, a pretty devastating, a combat between me and Hyphae would be not great for Cabaret. I believe their plan was to have the town deserted because... despite their whole thing, they don't want a lot of people to die because corpses are less useful than active human brains. Is that the case? Is the town empty outside?
Yes.
I mean, we got a load of Yinzers, but they're not really human.
Yeah.
They're not.
Yeah, ACAB. I guess that gives us more options.
Yes. Another point that may be
yes, please, Vernon.
Helpful is that the campus is likely going to be compromised. Not by Hyphae this time.
Yeah? Yeah? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? The campus is kind of me right now,
what do you mean?
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that?
I mean by the Hell's plan to take the campus.
Wait, hold on. Hell's plan isn't to take the campus; it's to take over like Hyphae, right?
Yes, I don't know how much that would.
Well, I don't think Hyphae is like.
Hyphae is not connected to the.
Hey guys, Amber here.
Amber.
Maybe I'm misunderstanding the plan.
I will say neither force has really been incredibly specific about what their plans are for the student body after this. I don't think that it's one of the big factors in the initial plan. I think it's going to be more focused on Hyphae itself. Student body. Please.
I was just gonna say, since there's no ties to Hyphae and the student body right now, like there would be no reason for Hell to convert the student body into its dominion. You know, I mean, they would do that.
They would do that.
Hell, I'm assuming,
and Heaven would do that because it's Heaven, because they always need more infinity.
But for the plan's sake, they shouldn't be doing that.
If I may, this is the student body. Very different voice, I know. Just so we have all cards on the table, I think that honesty is important. You three are not the only outside forces on campus, and you hear
walks out of the bathroom.
You hear some light footsteps coming from down the hall where the bathroom is, and you see the 5'6" frame of the cool-haired, twitchy whiskered, long-tailed friend of the stream, Ratburn Games.
Oh my god!
He's sipping on a Sex on the Beach.
His name is literally Backstabber.
Hi.
I say, pointing at Backstabber to the.
Yeah,
to the
we're named for what we're good at, Trentley.
So you're good at stabbing people in the back,
like an assassin would,
physically, and recovering from headshot wounds.
I don't seem very recovered, do I? And there is still a very large hole in their head.
You seem alive. So that's more recovery than I could ever hope for.
Is there fur in there? Like, is it? So it's like grown over like a piercing, sort of.
Yeah. It's a massive scapula through.
Right.
That is revolting.
There's skin on the inside of it, but it is still a big hole.
Yeah, and it feels just like regular skin would. Where am I keeping my brain? Elsewhere.
Sorry, are you? We're not gonna fuck the hole if that's what you're.
I didn't want you to fuck the hole. But
well, don't say it like that because
it's on the table.
Now that it's a funny thing to say. I'm just, if I may, the student body just seems to be a big chiller who seems to just know how to make a comfy house. So I found myself on the campus when you guys got here completely by accident, and I continued by happenstance to find myself hanging out here. And the student body and I have played some Uno, and we just had some nice chats, and that's great. For I think all involved. Vern, you can back me up on this one.
This is like letting your niece or nephew that your sibling is left in your care. You find out that they've been talking to like the strange man at the park who's told them all the conspiracy theories.
But the strange man at the park is also like
a fucked up little rat man.
Like I was gonna say like Jeffrey Dahmer. Like you do have evidence of this guy being a not chill.
Yeah, but like
Amber.
I'm worried about you not being a chiller, Ratburn.
Guys, I think we need to be a little bit more accepting of our only canonically gay character on this show.
I mean,
we're just gonna sit in that one for a little bit longer, Kevin.
Thank you. That is what
we could all learn a little something from Kev on this one. Backstabber walks over and is leaning a hand on your shoulder, Kevin, kind of coyly. So yeah, based on I have pretty up to date outside information from not on campus. Hyphae has about 30 minutes of preparation left until they make a point of contact, very likely with the Alpenglow kid. And whatever goes down goes down. Heaven seems perfectly poised to fire their beam via Kevin and Trent, and if it looks like Trent's gonna die, I think they're just gonna wild free blast anyways. And Hell's still.
That seems about right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
it's kind of what they've been up to recently.
Trent, have you
Ratburn? Sorry, Kevin. I'd like to have a super quick word with Ratburn. This is Amber.
Sure, I was just gonna say something to Trent, but go ahead.
I just need the room to hear this as a poll. We could try to kill this guy.
Ratburn?
Yeah. What the fuck were we just talking about, Kevin?
I mean, the last time you got shot through the head, it didn't seem like it was honestly super productive.
I mean, I'd love if we had a plan to go about that, but again, the
also
giant...
if we're gonna strategize, he is still right here.
Yeah.
I've also been proven to know things that happen even when I'm not there. It's happened before.
That's true.
I knew you guys' Taco Bell order.
Everyone knows our Taco Bell order. I mean,
we tell our Taco Bell order to everyone who listens.
Okay, so let's just discuss.
The student body is playing. The student body is playing Rocket League in the corner while you guys discuss this, not wanting to impose.
Nice save.
Terrible balls.
Okay, can we? Sorry, Ratburn.
Yeah.
Can we have a quick sidebar?
Yeah, what's up, man?
No, not with you. Sorry.
Yeah, guys, can you give me and Kevin some fucking privacy over here? Come
No,
on.
sorry.
Oh yeah, I'll be
Let
out
me
there.
illustrate.
I just gotta use the
And
washroom.
everyone except for you in this room have a quick sidebar. I gotta just full transparency. We're gonna discuss whether or not and if we can kill you.
Very fair. Good luck with that. And
Do you have
they
any
kind
comment on that, Ratburn?
of they seep through the floor.
Damn.
Wow.
Turned
I
into
mean-
goo before they could even answer.
There's like a really noticeable kind of like black spot on the hardwood floor where Ratburn seeped through the floor.
Well, that's
Do you think
rude.
that's gonna stain? I asked
I
the
think-
student council.
It already seems like it's a massive stain.
Yes, I think that's probably going to be a permanent addition.
That's
That's not great.
what
I liked
is
that.
that?
Looks wet.
Yeah, but can you tell? Like, can you it's a
Taste
part of you now, right?
Can't.
I think we're also
That
we
doesn't
should say I
bode
think we
well.
have sort of a loose understanding of what exactly in this house is like house and how much of it is you and
I mean,
like
it's all
et cetera,
kind
et
of.
cetera.
I mean,
Yeah,
It's
but
all
like I
kind
don't,
of
I don't
that,
really know
right?
how it works. Like
it's
you
not
can't,
if you hit the house, it's not going to hurt me, even if the house.
No, but it's
yeah.
so it's like hair.
It's more like I guess the house is like a glass jar of sea monkeys I keep in my kitchen.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
So it's
to me,
more of like a
actually.
possession.
Yeah. That I
Yeah,
am.
that was just an example of an object that you could own. Okay, so what
are you guys
sorry.
cool if I'm privy to this conversation, or would you like me to
Yeah.
leave as well? Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
Please, we'd love your input too.
Yeah, what is guys? Are we? It honestly never occurred to me that we could or would try to kill Ratburn.
What are you talking about? I've wanted to kill this fucking ass since day one.
I
Yeah,
Amber.
I mean,
agree. Obviously.
I'm a little
Like-
biased. Maybe I'm starting to like. Maybe guys. I think I should maybe try and reconsider my personal bias towards Ratburn because it's never even crossed my mind that he would ever do anything wrong, let alone bad.
Yeah. Well, I never thought the devil would try and trick me into a deal, but look where
No,
that
we
got
can't.
us.
No, we're not
Okay.
making this about that. This is not a okay. This is about that when it's punitive to you, Trent. And I'm sorry, but
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
I wanted to try and
no, you
get
gotta
it
swing.
in.
No, you gotta swing it, and I appreciate it, babe. It's good. So yeah, Vernon. Again, you seem to have, for some fucking reason, the most stake in this like shit. But
Yeah.
you're a quiet Daniel in the corner over there.
Yes, I guess what I have to say is, I
Why
do
would Vern
think
care about Ratburn?
well, I do think Backstabber poses some potential issues for our plans, but I don't know if he's quite the biggest thing we have to deal with right now.
The way I see
Vernon,
it,
do you have some
please.
like extra information about Ratburn that you should be telling us? Like,
Yeah.
do you know
I
anything
didn't-
that we don't? It seems like you're.
Do you guys not?
that
Do you
I-
guys not smell this shit? The way I would look
What do
at
you
it.
mean?
Well, you guys are trying to kill Google, right? Like that's
Uh-huh.
Hyphae. Hyphae is Google. Let's call Vernon Steve Wozniak, and we're Apple in this situation, kind of, or we're working with Apple. Ratburn kind of feels like Vernon's Steve Jobs.
Sorry, I'm just trying to. It's a very complicated metaphor.
Sorry,
That's-
he's gonna stab him in the back, like his name implies.
like his name implies, but also I think that the two of them are kind of business you like
going
Kevin,
off
sorry,
of vibe
Vernon
or, like-
absolutely reeks of like the same weird magic that's happening with Backstabber. You guys have noticed that, right?
Can't
I mean,
smell magic. I'm
rude.
sorry.
I just want to say concretely,
guy.
and I if I can canonize this right now, it is
Uh-huh.
it has never crossed your mind that there is any connection between the two of them at all.
Yeah,
No,
it's
yeah,
never crossed
yeah.
my mind.
I just want to
In and out
kind
of
of
character.
state that.
Yeah, I know. It really caught Trent off guard when Amber said that Vern has a lot of stake in Ratburn.
Yeah.
Wait, okay, hold on.
Yeah, you know what, Vernon? Can we actually again? Can we quantify like what your interaction with Ratburn and the Brine is? Vernon, you're feeling cagey and angry right now.
I mean,
Yes.
we don't have to. We could just like keep going, right?
Well, I feel like okay. I'm sorry. I feel like this is maybe a good thing to clear the air on before we move on. This like we need to I think we need to take a sidebar from this whole thing and maybe have like a little party, you know, discussion.
Have some drinks, have some chips.
Is Vern exuding like any sort of pressure from like being like cornered?
Actually, yes.
I feel like
what's the
Trent is now also feeling cagey, and Trent is like trying to like move on from the situation.
Yeah,
he
Trent,
doesn't really know why.
you're getting a huge wall of kind of demonic support from Amber right now. It's like she's very battle ready. You're kind of caught between these two very powerful forces, but just like beyond all that, your kind of basic roll weird for me, Trent, just to see how much of a just like we can maybe start get some dice rolling this episode. We're an hour and a half in. We've not rolled a single die. Yeah, I just want to roll weird for me, please, Trent. And Vernon, what's the deal? What's your Dark Dominion move? What's the roll for that?
Ooh, that's plus charm.
Okay, I would like you to roll plus charm then. Trent, what did you get?
I rolled snake eyes, Max.
Oh my fucking
I got an 8.
Larry, I'm on Ducktail.
I got a 2.
work experience, for one.
Guys,
I feel like there's bigger fish to fry. Sorry, Kevin.
I'm just starting to question maybe my
Trent,
unending
you
trust in
walk
Bradford.
over and you stand in front of Vernon and you say the following words. Not only has Vernon never done anything wrong to us or any person, I think this line of questioning is an attack on his character, and I'd like to move on now.
Oh. Okay. Sorry, that was... Are you feeling all right, Trent? That didn't really sound like...
Yeah?
Yeah. I feel great, actually. Can we just, like, drop it?
Okay.
Sorry, can I just talk to Olivier for a second?
Mm-mm.
Sidebars within
Can I not?
sidebars.
Oh, no,
Olivier not
Olivier
showing
has
up?
been on campus before.
I mean, I got here.
What's going on, boss?
Olivier, am I, like, susceptible to, like, emotional influence in a physical form?
I hope not.
Yeah, me too. Okay. Not really super helpful, but, like, thanks for being here.
I mean, I'm very susceptible to emotional influence, but I'm just kind of like a doormat of a guy.
The crab.
We should talk about that later.
Yeah, therapy's not going good.
Okay. Well, sorry, I have a lot to, like, we're kind of...
You called me.
Yeah, I know. I had a question.
Okay.
That's kind of your job. I'm sorry.
No,
you know what? We'll talk about...
Sorry, I'm dealing with a lot of paperwork right now for the beam that's going to be fired through you.
Right. Okay. Well, okay. I guess I'll see you later.
Yeah, good luck. The the student body has paused Rocket League, an online game. Crazy. And it's just kind of like sitting in their chair just watching you guys, interested, but not wanting to speak too much because that would be a lot of NPCs talking in this conversation.
Right. Let's take a step back, everyone. Like, this is a lot of
A lot of tension
stuff
in the air.
going on at a time. A lot of tension.
We've got about 15 minutes until Haife is going to be making contact based on the timing that Rat Stabber gave us.
Right. Okay. So is Backstabber?
He's still in the house. He's downstairs in the yacht.
I feel like maybe the cute nickname that I gave him has blinded me to his true nature.
Yeah. I think that from the beginning you were positive about him, and that's an issue.
Just the worst.
It's just the worst. I don't like the rat.
No, yeah.
None of us like the rat.
He's really likable, though.
Vernon,
he's
Vernon,
done
you
a
like
lot
the
of
rat.
things, but- Okay, so sorry. We have a lot of stuff to get through. First of all, Trent, we're not gonna just like move on from this. So you can like sit down for a second if you want.
I really don't fucking like what just happened, Vernon. I'm gonna let you know that, like, for sure.
Oh yeah, you got like moves and stuff, Vernon. What's up with that? Can we? I think we're.
I just don't know why you guys are harassing Vernon for literally like no reason.
Vernon, you know that you see that Trent has Backstabber's knife in his hand right now.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Backstabber's knife? The rat?
or sorry, Vic's knife. Hey, Trent, what's up? My boyfriend. De-escalate, right? Knife in your hand.
Yeah. Can
Why?
we like maybe put away the cursed knife?
Put away the
I'm
curse.
just saying, I think we should all chill out a little bit and move
Uh-huh.
on.
Hence, putting down the cursed knife, maybe. But Trent, you know that like you're not gonna like win a fight against Amber and I, right? Like, please don't make us like. I don't want to escalate this. I just want to like sit down and like let's just figure this out. You know?
I'd rather not incapacitate you, Trent, obviously, but it's not chill body language. I'm gonna say from the both of you, kind of.
But me?
No, from Vernon
Oh, okay,
and
thank you.
Trent right
well-
now. Yeah.
Me and Amber kiss.
I think if we are going into a fight,
The knife would be going through both of your throats.
it would be best if none of us were compromised.
Uh-huh.
Interesting you would bring that up. Can we talk about your affiliations? You know what? I think we've kind of just let Vernon do his own thing for a little too long. And I really don't want to turn against Vernon and like, we're not, but every party has some fun little infighting moments.
Yeah, this is kind of like our Avengers Civil War.
Right, yeah.
Sorry, our Captain America Avengers Civil War.
Okay, can we Okay, Amber, can I have a quick sidebar with you?
Yeah,
a lot of sidebars this episode.
For real.
Can we just take him to like Riddle Court or something and like figure this out and then like go back to the rest of this, or do we have time for that? Can we go to a time?
And the student body from the corner chimes out. I will say that time is not something that I have a super concrete kind of control over. I don't know if I can buy you a lot right now. I think I could make time feel slower for you guys, but it would feel slow in like a kind of way where you wouldn't be able to. This is just sorry. I'm just throwing stuff out there. You two continue.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate it. Sorry to come to you with this much unresolved.
This really kind of feels
tension.
like trauma dumping in my board game room.
We can go to a different room if you want, or like I don't. This might be. I feel like this is like a cosmically relevant conversation, given like the
angel and demon of it all.
Yeah, and also
Yeah.
Trent is like more important than either of us.
Yeah.
In a way.
God.
And that way is objectively.
Yeah, you kind of. Yeah. No, not said it out loud, but yeah. Let's go to the kitchen, Kev.
Okay, what is Vernon doing right now?
That's a very good question.
Why, I'm just standing here with you.
That was me asking that, Chris. but it's like Vernon's just kind of like observing right now.
Yes.
Trent is still standing. Pretty
not moved.
Yeah.
Probably hasn't moved a muscle.
very
from, like
kind of
in front of-
defensively in front of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vernon's not currently holding a physical weapon, correct?
Save for his hands.
Yeah.
But no, I'm guessing you have your shotgun in your bag, Vernon.
No, my weapons are all stowed.
Okay, so I'm still not like holding a weapon, but I am like definitely like my hand is on the butt of it's like near my holster, in a metaphysical sense of like
Yes.
there's maybe a little water dripping off of Kevin's fingertips as he's like
Student-
half
yeah.
reaching into the like.
He's doing that next to his,
Yeah.
his next to his watch. Yeah, student body, if you could let us know if anything goes down in this room. Hey Trent, I love you a lot. I'm gonna be right back. So just like let's
Okay.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna go to the kitchen and
Okay,
get some water.
Yeah. seems like
Trent
a good
instantly
plan.
puts his. I feel like Trent would instantly put like his knife away as when they leave the room.
It's
It's like, oh,
Okay,
that was
so it's-
weird.
it's me
They were
and-
acting
and-
fucking weird.
yeah, so we'll do one half of this scene
I
first
say to
and
Vernon.
one half of this scene in a second.
Just doing the thing where like like the person leaves and you're like, that was insane, right? Like
Why the fuck were they
they're
acting
being
like
weird,
that?
right?
Yeah.
So Kevin, you
friends.
and Amber kind of walk into a very modern kind of kitchen. There's an island in the middle, Bep and Bep, with some like spoons and ladles and like pots hung above it artfully. If you guys have played The Sims, you know precisely the decoration I'm talking about. And she's just kind of like leans on the bar and starts eating a nanner. It's like, okay,
Okay,
new
yeah,
problem, I guess.
I would say several new problems.
Several
here.
new
well, I
problems
guess
here.
Several new problems, sort of one bigger new problem, and we are in sub sidebar like 5 of this discussion. Right
Yeah,
now.
it's a very complicated. It's going to be a complicated script for the stage adaptation. What I
Okay.
yeah.
Let's just And I'm not. Do you have another one of those nanners?
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, for sure. You want peanuts? There's a lot of shit in these cupboards.
Oh, and like bananas stored in like a junk drawer style like sliding out cupboard in the kitchen. It's like close enough to being correct.
It's like one of those
That's a very nice
TikToks
thing.
where like it's someone like packing Tupperware like neatly into some drawers. It's just very neatly placed bananas and peanuts unwrapped.
Yeah. So I take a banana and I start eating it. I'm like, okay. Okay. So let's just compartmentalize our problems here, right? Problem 1. We got Ratburn and Vernon ? Ratburn and Vernon
and Hyphae
and Hyphae and Trent being I'm hoping. Well, I mean Vernon is definitely not being nice right now.
No, and I think that if Trent is in control of his actions, I don't think he would want to take a move against us. I don't know if Trent is in control of his actions right now, which is
I would say
he's the one person in this situation I didn't think was compromised. You are getting a pretty big green. If this were Among Us, I wouldn't think you were the imposter right now, Kevin. I'll say that.
I don't know what that means, but thank you.
Oh man, you gotta try it.
Well, it is the year
2017.
17.
So the game's out next year.
Right. But I mean, you probably got an early access in hell or something.
Among Us is from hell. Yes.
Okay, sorry. But like, okay. I think.
Do you want to maybe read a bad situation, Kev? If you want some like
that's a
workable
good idea. I
information?
forgot that I could like do moves in this game.
You can roll dice in this game.
Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna do that.
And we'll get to the other two of you in a moment. Backstabber kind of walks through the kitchen. He's like, "Oh, don't mind me. I'm just getting some coconut juice."
That's a 7.
Okay. So you get to hold 1. What's my best way in? What's my best way out? Are there any dangers we haven't noticed? What's the biggest threat? What's most vulnerable to me? And what's the best way to protect the victims? If you act on the answers, you get +1 going while the information is relevant.
I'm gonna say what's most vulnerable to me.
Trent would be very easy for you to kill. That's a freebie for
fair.
you. Also, I will say you have like a pretty direct, like emotional, magical connection to Trent, so you might be able to overpower what's going on right now. It is not a sure bet, but I will say like Trent is a pretty easy axis of control on this situation, like one way or the other.
Right. Okay. I mean. Yeah.
All the other parts are like either of forces or shit that like it is either like unknown to you or kind of like are like difficult for you to interface with as a angel, I will say.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I hate to say it. I think we might have to hold an intervention for Vernon. Does that seem like a good step 1? Should we kill Ratburn first?
Again, we have I think we have like 10 minutes until Hyphae like breaks ground on UC.
Yeah, right? I don't know if we can. Well, I mean, I guess we can just ignore all of this for right now. But like that doesn't.
I think that would like after we gave Trent so much shit for making a deal with the devil. I think that amount of oversight would just be at least bad optics for us.
Do we know where Ratburn is right now?
He just walked through the kitchen to get some coconut water, and then he said he was going to the Yahtzee room earlier. So your guess is as fucking good as mine, man.
Is there? Well, I mean, no way to tell, right? Do we think that there's? I mean, I guess okay. Maybe first, go back upstairs, ask the student body if he has a Yahtzee room.
I
or
do,
if
yes.
Oh, hey,
Hi.
thanks for coming down. Can you like tell us where? And sorry, I'm kind of like assuming that you're. This is sort of like the equivalent of like commandeering like a someone's car or something.
What's up?
It's Vernon. Sorry, I can just sense Vernon jacking off upstairs.
Yeah, Vernon's
sorry, not to make any assumptions, but like, can you tell us like where Ratburn is in this house? Sorry, Backstabber. I should.
If he like didn't want his presence to be known to you, I might have some like client, employee, or whatever the fuck confidentiality. But he seems fine with you knowing where he is. So yeah, he's in the Yahtzee room.
So there is a Yahtzee room. Okay,
Oh yeah,
and is that like
it's mainly dice in there. Yeah. I call it that because there's a lot of dice in there, and also
yeah, makes sense. Sorry, we do not have a ton of time. I'm
oh
really
no,
sad.
of course, I'm so
sorry.
sorry.
I want to hear about this later, but like,
and we'll play Yahtzee later. Yeah, Backstabber is in the Yahtzee room right now. I don't think they're doing much.
Okay. Is it like violating any sort of like legally? Can we kill him in here?
I like Backstabber, for the record.
I mean, I do too, but like, I'm starting to think that maybe that's not the best. Like,
I also, I will say, there's a lot of things that I have pretty again, I'll try to be quick with this. There's a lot of things I have a lot of information about. I don't know jack shit about Backstabber, and I don't know a lot about Vernon.
Okay, well, that seems like
so
I bad by default.
It's the only people that I really don't want you to kill in this house are, I mean, your friends, because you guys seem nice. Any of my cells, I will say you would have a hard time doing that, and you would then have to deal with me. But if you have to kill Backstabber, and if it's possible anywhere, it would also be possible here, and I wouldn't be too torn up about it. Cleanup is pretty easy when you can make matter out of nothing.
Okay. Okay, so I turn to Amber and I'm like, okay,
hey,
we go into the Yahtzee room.
Yep.
I hate to say it, we got to kill Backstabber.
Yep.
We can
Yep.
I think.
Yeah.
I can. This might be a stretch.
Yeah. And Amber is stretching.
This is a weird space. I mean, I might be able to like get Trent down into this room ?
Yeah.
Like I could at the very least like beam him a message to like a strongly worded get down here type of thing.
Yeah.
If not just like
all
I
caps
might just
text.
be able to bring him here, but I honestly have no idea.
Only one way to find out, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a little bit like jazzed right now in terms of like I'm glowing. But we should maybe not try to involve him right off the bat unless, well, I don't know. Vernon's in the room with him. We don't want a hostage situation. Why don't we just like...
We just don't know what Vernon's going to fucking do at any given moment or any juncture.
We don't know anything about anything at any time. Let's maybe... Trent should be with us. That seems like the best course of action.
Yep. Okay, cool.
Okay,
so,
I'm going to...
I'm going to go to the Yahtzee room just to keep an eye on Backstabber. I'm guessing if he doesn't have like minor omniscience as well... I won't, tell him that we're going to try to fucking murder him, and I won't make any moves, but I'm just going to go to that room and be there.
I think it's probably best if Trent makes an excuse on his own volition and leaves the room rather than me trying to extract him, because I don't know what Vernon's deal is right now.
I can shoot him a text asking him to leave.
Right. Do we want to try the brain beam thing or like?
How about I mean, we have like this connection with him. Let's see if we can get that to work. Okay. I'm gonna get you to roll weird, and I'm gonna give you an additional +1 to that. Because it's because.
Makes sense. I have a move that automatically lets me help out.
Yeah, that's a 13.
Okay. What information are you trying to send to Trent psychically?
We need you in the Yahtzee room.
Yeah, basically just like get down here, get at a like. I think if I'm like psychically, I don't know. I don't think of it like. I think if you're psychically communing with someone from heaven, it's probably not so much a sentence and more of just kind of like an idea that you're communicating.
You gain that, and like Trent's thing is very emotional as well. It's
so like I think the idea is like
Trent walking to.
Yeah, like get out of the room. Don't be trusting Vernon right now, perhaps.
You got a 13.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Okay.
Damn.
And you and Amber are gonna head directly to the Yahtzee room, and hopefully Trent's gonna meet you there. Is your plan?
Yeah. I think like basically I think I just want to like give Trent a very strong impression of the vibe of the plan that we just came up with.
Cool. We are going to cut back to like 3 or whatever minutes ago. Vernon, Trent, Amber and Kevin have just kind of quickly walked out of the room, and the two of you are
Your time at Skull.
some pocket money for your time at Skull. You were in higher education. Go put it in a vending machine. Proper use of a semicolon. Let's just congratulate Henry for or Alex.
Improper use of O's.
Let's give him the bits for using scene direction. We, the audience, love to see it. I'll drink thou to that.
Okay.
Moving the fuck on.
M3 drunk again.
M3 dude. Vernon and Trent, you two are in this before quadrant 3 months makes the joke, not M3 drunk again. Beat you to it, you little worm. Vernon, Trent, you guys are in this kind of comfortable games room, and I gotta turn off that monitor. And Kevin and Amber have just walked out. Vernon, you feel this sense of kind of nostalgia and comfort incredibly strongly, and you can just like taste something on like just the tip of the tongue, and it's this like sweet, savory smell that really it's bringing you back to your childhood. And you're just kind of getting like lost in thought. Trent, Vernon looks distracted, and you're not really sure where the conflict is coming from right now, but you know that people aren't happy.
Well, that was weird. They kind of like got up in our grill for no reason. And I like fucking put my knife away.
Yes, I guess I can understand their frustration. I think it was a little unwarranted, but I guess
like completely unwarranted. It just feels like, I don't know, it just feels like you haven't really done anything to deserve that.
Yes, I mean, obviously I've had some interactions with Backstabber in the past, but
we've all talked to Backstabber.
Yes, and I will say this, I have interacted with some of the magics that Backstabber uses, but I am not working under Backstabber.
Once again, you feel that like well pump feeling, Vernon. It's just at like it's at the very like just like tips of your fingertips. You can feel presence. This rising action is just slightly out of reach. Trent, you feel this like spike of light just kind of rend your brain in half. You feel this overwhelming like love and like affection from Amber. Real quick,
faint on my feet for like 5 seconds.
Just hit me with an act under pressure real quick, just to see how you physically react to this like potent brain blast. Jimmy Neutron
I got
style.
a 9.
Okay. Okay, yeah. You are hit with a sudden, like, insurmountable wave of fear. You look at Vernon, and you not only do you like not trust him, you remember every single time he has ever been untruthful to you, like in a daze. You remember when for a long time you were not told that he was a vampire, and when he lied and kind of contused Mads into like not understanding the situation with him, and you have a incredibly strong urge, and you understand that this feeling is coming from Kevin and Amber to go to the Yahtzee room, and you immediately know where that is. And you just feel this like sudden, incredibly strong, like like it feels like you had a wet hand and you gripped a cold piece of metal and you suddenly ripped your hand off of that cold piece of metal, leaving a pretty good amount of your hand skin behind on that cold surface. And it's just a sinking feeling in your stomachs all of a sudden. What does Trentley do?
I think Trent's gonna like keep up the friendly demeanor and then be like, "Ah, damn, Vern, I'm a bit thirsty. I'm gonna go grab some water. I'll be right back."
Sure.
And I head out from.
Vernon, you're looking out this big window and you're just kind of lost in contemplation. You're having a pretty nice day. You see there is on the outskirts of this like large field, you see there are figures, and with like sudden like razor sharp eyeball accuracy, you can pick out a few figures at the head of this group. You can see one Mike Fungetti, or what appears to be him. It's again a little bit hard to see. Your vision is kind of smell based sometimes, but you can see Mike Fungetti flanked with a very large like porous fungal mass with no discernible human like features, and a great deal of assorted people in kind of like scientific uniform in science team uniforms, and also many Ted Yinzers that are absolutely armed to the teeth. And you see in a small kind of
nines
huddle on the ground, sitting next to him, you see Darren Montague clutching a rocket grenade or a grenade launcher to his chest. He looks emaciated. He looks tread upon, and he looks close to death.
Trent upon.
You feel an all-encompassing sense of calm and relaxation settle over you, and all of a sudden, Vernon, you are far away. You feel yourself in, it must be your childhood home. It's hard to pick out some of the details. You moved around a fair bit when you were a kid, but it must be you must be in one of your childhood. You suddenly wake up in your childhood bed. How long does it take you to realize you're insane? You find yourself in your home, and standing over you, you see the tall,
just for me.
looming figure of your father. And he's smiling down upon you, and he says, Vernon, it is time for us to get to work, I believe. It is a tough day work ahead of us. Are you excited to learn the trade?
Yes, Father. I'm very excited to learn the trade.
Excellent. Now we must first gather our... And then suddenly you are back in this house. And it must have been just a brief moment of... you're unsure. It might be a little bit disquieting for you, honestly. Maybe actually roll me act under pressure. Just I want to see something. This is based off. I have to remember like 2 rolls that you got last session.
An 11.
Okay. You feel disquieted by this. You're a secretive guy, and I'm sure that you are a little bit of aware at least of the effect that you were having on Trent, even in your slightly kind of disassociative state. Even if it's just for a minute, you definitely get a prickle of kind of maybe concern in the back of your mind. Do with that what you will. You can feel the incredibly you feel you feel warmth coming from several spots around you. Some of these spots of warmth feel much more palpable and hot than others, and you feel two of them in a room below you, one slighter one in a room below you, and this you sense power pretty much. You feel that there are 2 powerful figures in a room below you, one potential powerful figure in a room below you, power all around you, and this is you know where everything is right now. In short, but it's innate and it's new, but that's not the disquieting thing. Kevin, and Amber you are turning the corner on a hallway, heading towards the Yahtzee room, and sprinting down the stairs, coming towards you, you see Trent. Amber looks at you kind of cagily. Trent, what are you guys doing?
Did you get the thing?
Yeah, I got the brain.
I got
the brain blast.
Okay. So are we
chill?
Are we feeling chill right now?
Are we feeling?
Yeah,
good?
I'm as chill as I've always been.
Okay, but
I mean, you didn't seem super chill like 10 minutes ago.
You were not.
Chill. I mean, you guys didn't seem super chill. Wait, do I remember that?
You remember
out of character?
You feel you feel like you are no longer under Vernon's thrall right now.
Yeah, I just didn't know if like being under the thrall like just affected my perception. So like even if I looked back,
the 13 on that brain blast has like really fully moved you out of it. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, I'm cool now. Yeah.
Okay. It's gonna be arm's length. It's gonna be arm's length for a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can understand that. But we have.
Can I undo whatever like belt holster I have and hand it to like Amber so that she can take the knife?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Or I can give it to Kevin. I just
not
on me right now.
I will take the knife. I just want.
Well, I mean, I don't want to attack. I'm
Absolutely.
fine with the shield. Like
Absolutely.
that's like a last resort.
I will take the knife. I don't like the knife.
To be honest.
But I think it's better if we know where the knife is, and I'd like to know where the knife is. So let's keep the knife. Again,
and I'd rather have the knife in the hands.
We gotta keep this.
Of someone from hell.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah, you guys see the Yahtzee room. There are many tables. There's many different. There's lots of Yahtzee posters on the wall. There's a bunch of different Yahtzee. It was if like a small casino floor only had tables for the game Yahtzee. And you see sitting crisscross applesauce with their eyes closed. Backstabber sitting in the middle of a Yahtzee table, just kind of like palming some dice hand to hand to hand. And they just hold out a little peace sign, and with that peace sign, rub their cheek as classic. Hi, team. How do we think this is going to go down? We're gonna Kev.
Sorry, that was out of character.
Yeah, so is this, I guess. What? This is Amber.
Fuck, I hate it every time this happens. Never mind.
Yeah, we're here to do we want to you're here to kill me, yeah?
Yeah. And I'm in like full like what is the like Roman style like plate armor
emitting a near blinding halogen thrum of light.
Gold highlights on the armor now too.
Oh, beautiful.
Well,
Trent,
since the Archangel thing, I think I did state that.
Trent, it looks like you currently you catch yourself in a mirror and you look like your photograph is being taken at golden hour in like the nicest fucking like the most professional photographs that you are so well lit right now.
Can I say also like as a detail, like you know how the armor usually has like a bit of a flowy kind of water like texture to it?
Yeah.
Like I think that's just like very pronounced. Like if you were to like stare at my chest plate, you would get like
crashing waves,
kind of sucked into like this like image.
You gotta listen to the Magnus Archives. Trent, you are you feel your feet caked in a hearty and comfortable coating of mud, and you feel power flowing into and throughout the three of you, like from Kevin and Amber into you, back out into them in a powerful glow.
Amber, feedback loop.
Yeah, in a bit of a feedback loop. Amber on your left side, holding presumably your hand. I don't know.
Am I recycling and cycling the energies between like a demon and an angel?
Pretty much, yeah. You're acting as like a bit of a catalytic converter.
And that's the pun that we did this whole show leading up to.
Yeah, we can.
Thank you everyone for coming. And good night.
Print.
I'm glad we don't have to do this podcast anymore. We got the joke.
Man.
You got the joke.
We got the joke.
Yeah.
Man.
It's a shame
new
that
record waste of time.
It's a shame Chris couldn't be here for this. It's a shame he died. Yeah.
Yeah. So
if I may,
at this point.
If I may quote, well, Tumblr. Better make it count.
And with that, I'm just gonna launch at his furry hole-filled skull.
All right,
with my,
Amber will be attacking in kind. I would like you to roll kick some ass.
I would also like to say, just to clarify this.
Yeah.
I have those like energy like pen like EpiPen type like things, right? Or I have one of those.
You have one of those that Vernon made for you, which is
Vernon made it for me. Okay.
For Christmas, yeah. And
yeah.
you have some, you have partitioned some of the powerful syrup inside your watch to draw upon in times of need.
Right.
Sorry, you have the Baja Blast syrup in your watch.
I think we said that I had like a little flask of it that I wore on a necklace or something like that.
Yeah.
Like it was like a little like I have it on my person somewhere.
Yeah.
You keep a picture of your wife in it.
Mine do Baja Blast syrup. I was just gonna ask who I got the pen from because I couldn't remember.
You got the pen from Vern. Yeah, Vern got it from a like pastor kind of. It's like holy water in like an EpiPen, pretty much.
Right. Okay. So it's like of like heavenly.
It's
origin.
of heaven, but it was amplified by Vernon's magic.
I see. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that big spear thrust, and then I'm gonna do a little roll for that. Oh, and I should put on the combat music.
Oh yeah, so should I. Thank you. Hey, who's the DM around here?
That is an 8.
I guess you are getting helped out by Trent, so that's going to be a +1, which is going to put that to a 9.
Sure.
Indeed.
Yeah. So you jump into action, as does Amber. Just kind of swing down this guy at the same time. Trent, are you also trying to swing, or are you just trying to like keep on the buffs?
I don't have anything to swing with, so I'm just full support, I guess. I'm like trying to channel my mental energy and just block myself or most of my body with my shield,
and
like
maybe
hiding behind my shield.
trying to do a bit of like a mercy right click.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. You guys land your blows soundly on his body. Amber going for the neck, you going for what? The torso, I'm guessing.
Me?
The balls.
Yeah, like what are you just like going for like a jumping lunge into this guy, I'm guessing?
Yeah. Well, I was aiming specifically for the face.
Okay, yeah, so you guys both are going for his head. And your hits land soundly, and Backstabber's head is off and speared upon your trident. And he lets out a slow and calm exhale, and then just fucking explodes into this like burst of like salty, bitter, like misty air that dissipates incredibly quickly. It just kind of shocks outward from you guys in a moment.
Jesus Christ.
You all take 2 points of damage.
All right. Fair enough.
But with your mitigations of like armor and like defense and shit, probably less than that. And Amber kind of looks at you guys going, "Oh, fuck," or "hooray."
That seemed like maybe the kind of
too easy.
You know when you kill someone and they explode into some sort of elemental essence? That's usually not great for me in my experience, especially recently.
It worked on Voldemort.
Who?
Sorry.
Voldemort turned into
you
an
shall not be named.
Well, we've canonically established earlier in this episode
Kevin does not know what Harry Potter is. Yeah.
Kevin doesn't know about Harry Potter.
Thank God for that. It would be an untenable situation. The student body walks into the room and just sees like every surface coated in this like kind of like I guess stain a little bit. They're like,
is it like reacting to either my or Amber's body in any way?
Yeah.
Like, is it?
So all the stuff that was in the air dissipated immediately. The stuff that landed on Amber is sizzling very lightly, and she's kind of like trying to like shake it off. And the stuff that's landed on you, it kind of seems to be trying to seep into you a little bit. I would let you roll weird to resist that.
Yeah.
Like the brine is digging into him, or he's like just like absorbing it.
I think Kevin just kind of osmosis style kind of absorbs water by default.
That's why I can heal you by throwing you into the ocean.
What'd you get?
Yeah, 8.
Okay, that'll be did you take into account the +1 that you're in this, like...
Oh, 9.
In this threesome.
I hate that we had to add Kevin to our threesome.
You definitely feel it, like, it landing on you. It's like if it was, like... So you put a drop of acid on your tongue and then, like, immediately rinse your mouth out with water, right? Something's gonna happen, but you know you, like, very heavily have mitigated the effects of this. You feel a little gross, but you don't feel like...
Right, and that is how I microdose.
Palpable. It's such a waste of acid. First thing in the morning before you go to college. Ew! I don't like it.
Yucky.
And Amber is like just kind of like, she kind of like dissipates into mud for a second, comes back, is like, oh, okay, I think I got all of that. That doesn't seem good, but I guess he's not here right now. Student body, can you give us a confirm? It's like, yeah, I guess I don't feel him in my house. Again, my information on him has always been tenuous. Ugh.
Sorry about that.
They kind of like wave their hand through the air, and the Yahtzee room doesn't change at all, and they're like, man, this was one of my favorite rooms.
That sucks.
Yahtzee sucks this year.
Oh, what?
I mean, we could design a new Yahtzee room.
Yeah, you could make a new.
I'm sure we could add some cool stuff.
And then the student body looks in the corner of this room, suddenly concerned, and you see that in one of those comfortable kind of chaise lounge chairs that you've seen throughout this house so often is one of those sleeping figures. And there is this kind of like very thin kind of dew of this kind of blackish gray white water, yuck, kind of rested upon them that appears to be kind of oh my god, condensating and just kind of like dripping off them, and the student body looks concerned, or looks no, like they're checking over this person to see if they are, like, you know, physically changed by this, and
yeah,
it doesn't appear to have any immediate effect, but not.
Can we try and have the demon and the angel sort of see if we can use their heavenly and hellish powers to clean this, because it's like, it seems a little out of...
I feel like we maybe have other things that we could be focusing on. Can I get a time check on, like... Well,
Yeah,
I guess I
sure.
could just check my watch, but like how long...
About 3 minutes.
How long... We have 3 minutes, like, until the 15 minutes is over?
Until the 15 minutes that Backstabber told you about is over, yeah.
Right, okay. Yeah, we don't have a ton of time
Yeah, no.
right now. We can maybe come
I just
back
wanna
if
keep-
there is, like,
Yeah.
stuff after this.
I'm worried this is sort of gonna, like, again, like you said, elemental style recongeal into a flesh
very good.
backstabber.
I'm loving your instincts. The great instinct. Very, very, I would say, plausible.
And we're gonna cut back to Vernon upstairs in
we don't have time
in
for
the
that.
games room. Vernon, it's just after you kind of like woke up from this stupor, still feeling a little bit confused. You know where like your like coworkers are in this house. What's Vernon doing right now? Tell me a little bit about that. Like, give us a little insight into Vernon's whole deal.
Yes, I think at the moment, obviously, I think Backstabber is a useful entity.
Entity / resource.
Yes, I do recognize that there is some inherent danger with working with him. So I think at some point or another, he has to be disposed of. So if this is when he has to go, I think I'm okay with that.
And as you're thinking that thought, you feel just like a little bit of resistance inside your noggin. Just a little bit of like, oh, but you know, what if we kept him around? Oh, you know, what if like, and give me a weird roll, Vernon.
Okay. That's a 7.
Yeah, you're weighing your options in your head, and this is not me trying to take agency away from you, Chris. I apologize, but maybe there's forces that are trying to take agency away from Vernon. And you know that it's probably a good idea if Backstabber is taken out of the picture, and you think that you you suddenly remember a book you read a long time ago. The details of what book it was are currently just kind of escaping you, but you remember you read this, that if a creature like Backstabber were to exist, destroying its physical form would probably destroy it forever. That's kind of like your vibe on the whole thing. Yeah. What does Vernon do? Like, I will say more specifically, does Vernon like go seek out anything, or is Vernon staying in this room by himself?
I think I'm gonna ponder for a little bit, but I realize that Hyphae is quickly approaching. So I think once I recognize that perhaps the Backstabber situation downstairs is sort of taken its course, I will go down there to inform them of the impending Hyphae.
You are walking down the stairs and you feel this sudden kind of like, almost like a shockwave, kind of, like it knocks you back for a second. And Vernon, you feel amazing. Like you, I'm gonna, Hey Vernon. Have you ever spent any luck points?
I have not spent any luck points.
Wow. Damn. Well, you don't get one back then. What? I'm trying to think what, like, real, like, immediate, I'm gonna give you just, like, you know what? Just, like, a blanket +1 going forward. Yeah. Vernon, you feel amazing. And you guys, like, just after you have killed, Backstabber, Vernon walks into the room. And it takes you a second to realize that, because Vernon looks maybe 19 years old. Vernon looks incredibly youthful. Vernon looks Vernon looks like a guy who just got like a lacrosse scholarship. Like, he looks like that type of fucking athletic, and he looks
Right.
well off, and he looks incredibly handsome. Let's say 21. But yeah, he looks like a very handsome. His skincare routine going crazy. He has a full and dark crop of hair on top of his head. What did Vernon look like when he was at his like prime, doing kind of like street crime with Darren at a young age? When he was like really at his kind of like peak of vampiric influence and scope.
I think he definitely had a like sort of like I can't quite tell if his hair was long or whether it was just like very slicked back.
Oh, that is slicked back good.
That's look back real nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Almost like a permanent sort of look of like determination and sort of
Minor
almost like-
superiority.
yes. Eyebrows just almost kind of like permanently just like furrow just a little bit.
He strikes me as the type of guy that would have like the stance of like a Yakuza thug.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he looks like an organized crime member. And this guy just kind of like his eyebrows move into the room, and 5 minutes afterwards he follows them in. And he and he's looking at you with a sly and silly little grin. Hi, Vernon.
Yes. Hello. It seems that you have dealt with matters in here.
In here.
I would just, perhaps you'd like to know that Hyphae is on its merry way at the moment.
Fucking awesome, man.
Yeah, we would love to know that.
I guess that does work in with our timeline. What's your vibe, Vernon?
On, what exactly?
I'm just
Matters
standing behind the other two.
matters at hand.
They can't stop you from ordering a steak and a glass of blood. That's very good.
That's very good. Man, Vernon used to be a piece of shit.
Well, let's just say, seem quite glad that you seem to have dealt with the Backstabber issue. I had a feeling that was gonna pop up at some point. So you know what? Might as well get it over with now before it becomes a real problem.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Yeah, that's...
I think maybe like we'll maybe sit down and talk about this whole thing later, but I think right now maybe in our best interests to just like, you know, kind of present a unified front against the impending, probably biggest thing we've
Probably
ever tried to
probably
fight
Doom.
together.
Yeah.
Yes, I would have to agree with that approach.
Remember when we were just fighting like one teenager who was kind of stronger than he should have been?
With a curse knife that could instantly rip through flesh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but to be fair, a regular knife could also do that.
Yeah, but it was like...
It's more cursed. I know, I'm just saying, like, it used to be one guy. I mean, you know, there's been...
Yeah, that's fair.
It's just been a while since I've, you know, been a part of like a kind of, you know, planetary level sort of, you know, big. It's good to be back, I guess.
Yeah. Last time I was dealing with shit like this, it wasn't very fun.
Yeah, no, it never is. I was kind of.
That's true. Yeah.
It's actually
sorry.
kind of not good to be back. Actually, this kind of sucks. But like, you know what? Let's like, morale. Let's have, let's try to, you know, keep morale high. Let's keep our chins up, and I'm supposed to be better at doing pep talks, but I gotta be honest, our situation is not looking like
It's not looking
great.
rad. No. Yeah.
But,
best case. Yeah. Like worst case scenario, hyphae. Apotheosizes. Best case scenario, like heaven and hell fuck shit up again.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go get him, team.
Yeah, that seems fair.
Let's go get him.
Remove friend.
Chris, you
Oh
should
my
check.
God.
Chris, you should check your DMs.
What the fuck?
Yeah, sorry, you guys had like a ringing in your ears for a second there. It's
So rude.
it's so-
So rude.
I really thought you were going for the remove friend thing for a second. I was like, wow.
The student body kind of stands up and cracks their back, and is like, well, yeah, let's go kind of deal with this situation.
Have you ever like fought before?
Me?
Yeah.
Kinda. Only like myself, I guess. You know.
Okay. Well, I guess this should be easier than that if that makes you feel better. Probably.
Okay. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, because like I could always like make a thermonuclear device, but like I don't.
Right. Let's try to avoid that.
Yeah, let's
'cause,
not
like,
do
we're
that.
trying to remember that like our whole idea here is like minimal collateral. So. But like,
Yeah.
great to have you on the team. Maybe if you could make like a smaller explosive device. That would be
Okay.
great.
Like
Yeah.
thermite.
Yeah. Okay.
I like the way you think.
All right. Let's just go. We gotta go to the.
We gotta
there's,
get this show on the road. I don't. Man, I gotta say, not that I. Well, I like the idea of being able to leave this campus. It's not under. It's a bit under duress, right?
Yeah. I'm so sorry. We really do not have a lot of time. I don't think you're like. I know you're kind of new to like time to like this kind of stuff, but like we got like 30 seconds until they're like here, so we gotta
okay.
go now.
You guys are heading out towards the kind of the actual like campus. You're walking down the hill. I'm guessing it's kind of like Amber and Kev at the front of the pack with Trent. Vern, are you kind of like what's your vibe? You kind of like hanging back a little bit?
I'm there. I'm definitely in the back of the blob, but I'm still present.
Yeah, and the student
this
body.
like lanky, like abnormally, supernaturally lanky, like
Yeah.
college
young.
student.
7 foot tall college student, long fingers, like green hair,
Basically Slenderman.
basically Slenderman,
Jacksepticeye and Slenderman.
missing texture skin. You guys see a small battalion of Theodore Yinzers kind of escorting a another jeep carrying in it some people, and they're driving
More
up towards
Theodore
you.
Yinzers.
And they are at the like edge of the kind of like border between the two areas. And two people cross that border. Mike Fungetti and this large fungal blob, and you can see sticking out of the side of it is the face of Hubert Alpenglow. The five of you are ambulating or obombulating towards
Amberlating.
That's good. Yeah, that's good. Move yourself towards the kind of like the no man's land, and you can feel Kevin and Trent and Amber, but you know I don't need to tell her that. A like clarity and poise kind of at your fingertips. You believe that no matter what's going on, Heaven is ready to utilize its take in this situation. They would, but to your knowledge, prefer to wait for Hell to like do their thing, because that's a much more surefire way of like subsuming and destroying Hyphae. But a beam's a beam. And you just feel again that like infinitely massive cone kind of tip side down on you guys.
We're all feeling that now.
All three of you guys. Yeah, Amber kind of looks at you guys, and the three of you have like a pretty like just kind of a beautiful connection. It goes beyond physicality at this point. And you guys are.
I feel like it always has.
You guys are having like a pretty easy time, like kind of feeling this kind of cross-pollination of communication. You kind of all understand that the other ones are feeling this, and you all share a little bit of concern about kind of multiple tangents in this equation. Vernon, never mind. Sorry about that. Yeah, you see this kind of party has stopped with like again a very massive force behind it. You see like you know military artillery and shit. Like you know they are fully equipped for several different types of combat. There's also a shit ton of like what seems to be like scientific equipment set up out in the field that seems to be like all like pointing like dishes and arrays and shit. And there's also some pretty massive like fungal growths like out of the ground that are being used as like as often as you're seeing like army like tents and shit being used. Like it's they are dropping any pretext about optics. Hyphae.
So there's an encampment.
There's a
mushrooms?
pretty solid encampment. Partially
paramilitary, like
fungal outpost.
It's like the big mushrooms from Minecraft.
There are mushrooms here. You have to find them though.
Is Herobrine here?
Come on. They got rid of him in the last Surf and Turf update. There's FEMA relief mushrooms. Thank you, Solo. And you guys see Ted and Q have crossed. Not Ted. Mike and Q have crossed the border of the kind of thing, and they are waiting. Apparently, calmly, waiting for you guys to make your approach. What are you guys doing? The student body doesn't seem to be the one to make like the first contact here, inconveniently for you guys, I'm sure. You know, not wanting to like, you know, both meet Amber, its dad and sign away its rights.
Amber, is Hell gonna do the thing soon? Do we have a timeline on that?
We just need to like keep Mike occupied.
We have to keep Hyphae focused and occupied for as long as we can. I think Heaven knows better than I do realistically what Hell's level of contact. It's a very complex system that Hyphae has set up, and it's alive, so we don't really want it to notice that we are. Hell doesn't want Hyphae to notice that Hell is scanning it. I'm really trying to change my language about this thing, also change my mindset about it. Sorry,
Whenever you need to.
We don't have time for this. So
I guess we got to talk to Mike then.
I think we have to talk to Mike and then probably run.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Okay, Vernon. Again, I guess you're on point for keeping Trent alive.
Yes, no, I'm still on team keep Trent going and not dying.
I guess I'm sort of doing the talking, and Amber, maybe you can back me up. But so I walk forward to. Are we within like shouting distance of Mike at this point? Okay.
We need a megaphone.
So I'm going to just basically walk up to the the line, as it were, of our area, the kind of the edge of their whole thing. And
I gotta say, I was getting worried. Good to see that you're doing okay.
hello, Mike.
You too, Mike.
No, just our Kevin.
Oh, yeah.
Have you been able to get the kiddo to kind of see reason?
I don't want to say too much. I don't want to spoil the surprise.
Ah, come on.
But I will say, how I have my way with words, Mike.
For all of a year now.
Trent is having the rather unique experience of not knowing whether his friend is successfully duping the villain or if
vice
he
versa.
himself has been duped.
I gotta be.
It's so incomprehensible.
I want you to hit me with a
gotta be
manipulate
honest,
someone, Kev.
Yeah, I really did forget that I was still in other Kevin's body, and I was not planning for this.
You feel
Yeah, I always forget.
Oh god. Okay.
You feel in doing
manipulate
this
someone- Okay.
a
Yeah,
pretty
that's gonna be.
yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be a 3.
Oh, Kevin, we're
What-
good.
What is this roll for?
This is for having Mike believe that this is other Kevin and not Kevin.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
that
okay,
makes
so
sense.
not something I can really
Kev-
help out on.
I
huh?
forgot. I was not planning on that. That was not
Kev,
my,
I gotta say, we're good at recreating people. We're not that good. That's really you, buddy.
Yeah, I guess you didn't
I
give him
think-
the armor.
Yeah,
'Cause you
I mean,
can't
I don't.
make the armor.
You were far away.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This.
But anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing war. I guess is that I don't want to I was never really much of a negotiator, but
So, I mean,
so
can-
I don't want to I don't want to put forward anything.
Can
If you were
my-
thinking about war, then we can talk about that. But I'm not saying that we should
I
start
was
with
gonna
that.
say it's war's a 4-letter word, man. Let's it's a joke.
Wait,
it's a
what?
joke.
Oh, sorry.
Fucking
I've been around people that.
plebeians.
Trent, you should probably just stay over there for now. Yeah.
I mean, first of all, I think that me and Q here have a right to talk to the student body and hear their side of things before we go into war, as you say.
And sorry, that was a bit of an impulsive choice of words. I just I don't know. It seems like
Yeah, you guys are an impulsive bunch, aren't you?
sure. I turn back around to our group and I'm like, guys, I was more of a foot soldier. I was never really doing
Yeah,
negotiations and stuff. I'm
was
kind of new
hoping
at this
that
whole general
wouldn't
thing.
Need to have a conversation but I don't know if you're we shouldn't have had Kevin on the front lines. And I was like,
Why was I leading this?
Because you have
Okay, it's fine.
command
You know what,
such a
let's
strong
just-
presence. I will. Hi, Mike. Hello. I called you the Mind for the longest time in my Pinterest journal, and you see, Q still hasn't said anything, but they kind of rustle at that, looking a little bit annoyed. It's so fucking join the winning team, right? Like, if you become part of us, I gotta tell you, the perks are fucking great, and we will kind of supersede the whole system of it all. And I for one think that's a win. And I mean, fuck it, we'll keep Kevin and the other ones. They won't. We won't. They'll be fine. And Q will. I know we had this. Q will that'll work out. And the student body is like, no, I would like you to hear you say that you will allow Q and myself full sentience within your space, or else, it's not really a deal. As what's the point of existing if, my mind is up to, sorry, Kevin, but what's the point of existing if my, every whim is controlled of a higher power? It just doesn't feel like the way to go for me. I understand that.
I'm hyping them up. I'm like in the back, like, yeah.
Thank you, Trent. I appreciate
What this
that.
person say?
Yeah. Also, like, I don't know. I've met individual people, and they seem kind of cool with it. And you know, I don't know. It just I've got other plans. I've got shit that I want to do that doesn't involve you.
Is Amber in like human form or like demon?
Amber's
form
in a demon kind of mud and bone form right now.
Your skull form.
Yeah. And Amber's like, yeah, you guys fucking suck. Mike kind of rubbles at this. It's like, well, I mean, we can take the student body by force handily. And we believe that we have prepared properly enough to subsume them and potentially the rest of you into our number wholeheartedly. But then there would be this talk of free will within the system. If we did that, you wouldn't have any agency at all. You would simply be another tool and resource to be moved around. But if you come into the fold willingly, as Kevin, you have done so presently beforehand, you must whoa. Chris keeps teleporting and it's scaring me. You must understand that you would have agency, you would have holiday hours, you would have much say in the way the world will look going forward. And I mean, hell, we can make planets with the student body and all of our resources. You could have Mars could be yours, Vernon. Jupiter could be for you and Amber, Trent. We could move it closer to the.
Jupiter's made out of gas.
We would move it closer to the sun and get rid of the. It's a planet. Is what I'm saying. Is you could have infinite resources outside of the scope of heaven. Is there not the want for a third option?
I mean, I think this.
I'm just gonna let someone else take this. He's way too heated for Trent.
I mean, you know, it's not perfect, but like I think we've pretty much got it covered so far. And also, I think like letting the people have some sort of
free will
say in it all is kind of part of the whole deal.
Kevin, you have seen full tracks of time at least a couple times over. If my angelic arithmetic is in space, when the fuck has free will ever been used by a mass populace to make any palpable change? If anything, I think people will have more. It will have more say in the way that a white blood cell has say in the organ that it's in not being destroyed.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. It's more of the principle of the thing, I think.
Moralistic.
Yeah, and just having a system that doesn't allow for free will in its like base structure sounds kind of broken to begin with.
Yawning. Not interested. Okay. Moving on to Plan B.
Are you CEO? Am I boring you?
Yeah. And
God,
Mike picks up Q with one hand and just kind of like points them at the student body. And the student body is is caught midair. Or at least this kind of like physical crystallization of them is suddenly midair and is it seems to be under some form of pressure, and you can see pretty distinct pain and confusion on Q's face. What I'm guessing it would feel like to be used as an organ by somebody else is probably the closest thing to what they are experiencing right now. And the student body begins kind of like bulging and shifting a little bit, and they seem to be under duress. There is then a very painfully bright thought in all of your heads of distance. There is the sudden like the concept of I don't want to even be around anymore is suddenly blasted into your noggin. And in a similar kind of like earthquake of thought to what happened post the Cyclogrease and Nautilus meetup, fan meetup, you are all kind of knocked away, and you see Mike and Q blasted backwards from this kind of meeting back over that dividing line, and you see Mike kind of like toss Q aside, annoyed, into just kind of this like fungal heap in the corner, and they are kind of like taken and captured by some of these Yinzer clones. And Mike is walking over to some of like the encampment, and you see the magical runes and glyphs surrounding UC Cabaret begin to kind of rev up and light up, and the student body turns to you guys and says, well, it appears they are taking down the barrier separating the university from the rest of Cabaret. What happens next, I think, is probably pretty trackable. I don't know what scope of ability and power I will have once this barrier goes down. I will be doing my best to fend off attack from the outside. I understand that you folks are part of a plan.
Yes.
Well,
is this rhetorical? We're supposed to answer this?
I don't have. I'm not allowing myself to have full information on it in the off chance that Hyphae retains or keeps either before or after the information that I currently have. I am unsure of their scope of control or information over me once there is no solid barrier there. I, for one, hope this plan goes well. And I guess I am sorry. Yeah.
Okay, so talking like...
I just believe that combat will be breaking out quite soon.
Yeah, that makes sense. Are we going like on the offensive, or like what is...
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't even know what we're doing.
I don't know what you guys are.
Fight these guys.
I don't know what you guys are going to be able to do. There are specific points of I will say that Q is a friend of mine / parent of mine, and they are both dear to me, but also have some pretty palpable effect over me. Maybe we don't want Hyphae to have them in a big mold heap right now. Though, to my understanding,
also would like that not to be a thing.
To my understanding, Mike, though he is not like the brain of Hyphae, there's a lot of kind of eggs in that basket. Maybe another thing that might be taken out. I'm guessing that there's a lot of like real like important organs in play here that even if like you ripped them out, it wouldn't kill the thing. It would certainly either distract it, I'm guessing is what you guys are going for, / harm it. I don't know what type of force they're going to be throwing at us. I know things that I can throw back at them, however, which will probably buy you guys time to move action, but that kind of feels like a next session type of thing.
Right. So we can formulate a plan, I guess. We have maybe 30 seconds or whatever.
It's a complicated spell to take down. Now that they've pretty concretely seen that we don't want to help, I'm guessing they want to get on us as quickly as fucking possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you said that you could like create stuff, like explosives type of stuff.
Yeah,
what
pretty
is
much
the like timeline on that kind of thing?
The more complicated and the bigger it is, the harder, the either more like draining it is, or the longer it will take for me. Pretty much.
Could we do just like, I don't know, maybe like a pound of like some of that new stuff, the like the squishy, the
C4?
the bombs that they that stuff. I'm a fan of that stuff. Could we do maybe like a pound to, I don't know how much you need. Maybe let's say 2 pounds just to be safe, and then maybe we could maybe sneak over to Mike and just maybe someone distracts him, someone sticks it to his back or something like that. Is that sounding like any sort of... I'm a little bit backed up against the wall here, but like I don't know, that seems like
absolutely. And you see that they are beginning to kind of terraform the field to work as more of like an actual combat location. I don't know, trenches and shit. And you can see that they are creating like rudimentary like infantry from just kind of like thin air. They seem to be pretty nondescript life form type beings. It's like I can't really grant sentience right now, so I have to focus a fair bit when I'm going to be controlling this many people, but I can make you and 1 kilogram of C4 is at your feet, and a detonator for it.
Nice, thank you.
Is there student body? You have like all the knowledge of the kind of people that are like here, right?
Yep.
Do you have any biology professors?
Oh yeah.
Like,
oh yeah. I believe Hyphae made sure to get a good collection of right and left-brained people. What do you need to know?
What would be the best way to like neutralize a spore or a mushroom?
I mean, I will
like
have
antifungal.
I'll have
spray,
more
right?
concrete information for you in a minute in universe.
Mhm.
I think we're gonna be pretty much ending the session here. So we can have like we can talk off stream about like what like preparations you guys make in the little bit of time you have before this like fight is gonna break out in proper.
Small amount of time, but very
but pretty unlimited
large amount of
resources. Yeah,
resources,
absolutely.
yeah.
You guys have it's like a Gmod build challenge.
We have a creative menu with feelings.
virus.
Yeah, if I may, Vernon, for a moment, in the middle of all this kind of bullshit, the student body is looking at you, and all of a sudden you can't really hear what else is going on. And they're looking at you dead in the eyes, and they say, Vernon, I do believe it is time for our... This land is your land. This land is my land. I believe it's time for you and I's role to play in other things at hand. Are you ready?
I think so.
Then I believe it's time for you to go home once more. Good luck to you, and I hope this works out well. And once again, to the two of you, or to the three of you, I'm very sorry about this whole situation. And you didn't notice anything going on. Like the two of the student body and Vernon made eye contact for a moment, and all is seemingly normal. Vernon is walking away from you guys. There is a small, those little like foldable like lawn chairs that you can kind of like that. There's one of those sat just kind of a little ways away. Vernon walks over to that and sits down on it comfortably, and has his eyes closed and his arms kind of folded neatly in his lap. Okay.
I guess Vernon seems like
Vernon's checked out. I guess Vernon isn't
doing
on Team
something.
Protect Trent.
I guess not. I'm a little too terrified to
lot
go.
lot going on.
to
Yeah,
him,
I don't want to
so-
touch. I don't want to touch that with a 6-foot pole.
Yeah,
Sorry, this is my. I get stressed out before a fight.
yeah.
You can think of as
that's,
Grinch stand-up material.
Fuck. Trent. Will you marry me? I guess, right? Like, if not now.
Yeah, I mean, this seems like
Seems like the time. I'm
It's
glad
gotta be
that
the
I
time,
could be here
right?
for this.
Yeah, Kev, I guess you're our third, right? Like,
Yeah, I'm
I
like as
mean,
much a part
well,
of this
no, hold
proposal
on.
as-
well, like a witness slash officiator slash.
I was
Oh,
gonna
yeah, I
say
can
he
do
can
that.
like.
I think
Kev's
I
Kev's
can
kind of like
officiate.
Kev's
He's
kind of like
literally
our
like an angel.
godfather. Yeah. Kev or Trent, I'm in it for the literal long haul with you, not for your life, but for my life. I mean, and that's works for me, and it's easy. Again, I really I don't want it for even a second you to think that I am with you because you are a catalyst. It did not play into it. I didn't know going in. It is a.
I don't think anyone knew going in.
I think I have theories about that actually that I'd like to. We can talk about at a later fucking date. Cool. Yeah, I guess that rings, please.
Yeah.
Student body. I think why
you
fucking
guys.
not?
Student body, could you design them yourself?
Oh God. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I don't know.
No, I'd like to. I've just got a lot of stuff to do right now.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, Trent, please. I'll make you wedding rings. Sorry. And they will do that, and you'll get them at the beginning of next session.
Nice.
I will say I can like marry you in like the more official kind of heaven sense, but for the California paperwork, you might have to still go into like a courthouse or something.
And
to get
from
that
be- and
process.
from
Everyone
behind,
is gone.
and
in the
Vernon
cabaret, right?
steps out from Olivier steps out from behind you and is like, I believe you will find that I am licensed for many things in the state of California, marriage being one of them.
And marijuana beat me
This
out.
is why. Hey, this is why I'm
Beat me to
Kevin's.
it.
I can
One
also
second.
legally sell you pot. But
Wow.
I mean, Kevin keeps me around because I'm kind of. I mean, I'm no Neville, but I'm pretty good at fucking paperwork. By the power vested in my claw. Oh, we're doing this next session. Sorry, guys.
People breaking the barrier.
And before we go, Vernon, once more, you are at home. You are a young man. You're first being taught the trade by your father. You were looking over like a well-polished and solid like mahogany work surface. You see there's all sorts of like hooks and kind of like strange massive things on the wall. But mainly right in front of you, you see a massive bubbling pot of sugar. And your dad kind of is standing over you, and he has like a firm but comfortable hand on your shoulder, and he goes, "Let us get to work, my son. We will end our session there. Did we conclude the current mystery?
No.
No.
Did we save someone from certain death or worse?
No.
No.
I don't think so.
It was
Did
a
we
very
learn-
talk-heavy session.
We exploded Ratburn, though.
Did we?
Oh, we did explode Ratburn.
Did we learn something?
pretty
Forget about
And
that?
I remember every time you guys have killed an NPC that
wasn't
you don't
there.
like
Or I
before,
was there.
they've never come back.
Ever?
um,
Just for the record, I do like Ratburn. He's one of my favorite NPCs.
did we learn something new and important about the world?
Yes.
I'd
I
say
feel
yeah.
like we must.
I'd say yes. And
We
did
know
learn
that
some-
Q's now a fungal blob.
yeah, rip. I wish there was something I could do about it, right, guys?
God damn it, Max.
Sorry. Never introduce a best friend character to me. It's not a good idea. You must know that the whole crux of this show is taking the happy, great guy that we had at the beginning and crushing him into a paste. But
And I did volunteer to be the happy guy.
a paste is useful for making pasta sauce.
Just as a conduit is useful for conducting hell powers.
Or heaven powers, just like Breaking Bad. Did we
Just
learn
like
something
Breaking
new and
Bad.
important about the world? Yes. Did we learn something new and important about one of the hunters?
Yeah, we asked so much about Vernon.
I'd say a lot of Vernon came to the table today. Yes, that's going to be one XP for all of you.
Ooh, I
Henry,
level up.
Reese, before next session, I need you guys to have your level up. Oh no, you
My
got your
level up
weird.
Can be,
And
my
Yeah,
level
I
up
got-
can be
I got-
a second gift, and the second gift can be a ring
I just leveled up, so I get
a second gift. Oh, from your.
from my guide.
Oh, that's cute. That's very cute.
Because
Yeah.
I have so I can either get a second gift or get another enchantment on my necklace.
Yeah.
But like I feel like a wedding ring fits in very well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Whoa. Aw, yeah. Yeah. I would first of all like to thank Riley and Solo and M3 and Space Girl Zozo for being chat participants in this stream. I'd like to very solidly and as always thank my R. Kelly collaborators in Curtis, Henry, and Reese. If you hit former R. Kelly collaborators.
Thank you.
Exclamation mark plugs. I can't do that because I'm not logged into Twitch on Streamlabs. If someone else could do that, that would be really rad. I gotta get on that before the next stream.
How does
Exclamation mark plugs, one word. There we go. You can
There
find
you go.
Chris's art on Instagram.com. You can find Henry's jams at youtube.com/whatever. Reese has no internet presence. Don't try to find him. Buy Psychron. Look at pictures of Gar. Do psychedelics. Have sex with a willing and joyous co-commentator.
demons? Have sex with a demon.
Have sex with a demon, and if failing that, have breakfast with an angel, and jump for frickin' joy. I will very possibly be doing a late Isaac stream tomorrow night. I will almost definitely be doing a midday stream on Friday. We will see. This weekend is probably going to be a no stream zone. Probably coming back on Monday and maybe Tuesday with a stream. I'm trying to get as much as I can in before the end of the year. And also, my real job isn't paying me a lot of money right now. So if you like this stream and you've ever considered subscribing...
Oh, wait. I should do that now.
That would be rad. If you or anybody in your life likes RPGs or bizarre teehees, please share Measly Meatloaf and everyone here on the Measly Media Twitch team. Now you can find SoloSod Live Gaming on Twitch at SoloSod Live. You can find Lukey2Jedi on Twitch at Lukey2Jedi. Luke is not streamed in well over a calendar year. And Solo will not be streaming for like 8 days plus, but they will almost definitely be on my next stream. We're going to have a fucking Windcraft return to form going forward. There are ideas bubbling for Measly Meal 3, and I am just very solidly saying that, rest in peace, Ratburn. I want 2023 to be this.
As you can see right now, Ska is just skyrocketing.
Rip Ratburn sad face.
Rip Ratburn sad face.
Saying Rip Ratburn is like saying Rip. I can't remember
Osama.
my other character's name.
Oh.
Cooper.
Oh.
Rest in peace, Cooper. Rest in piss, Cooper.
Yeah, remember when
He
we
made
made
it out.
a second party and of
Did a
less
whole
likable
second
characters?
Go to
Did they all
jesse.com/Pinkman just in case. Watch Breaking Bad. Thank you all so very much. This has been for all the turmoil and bullshit that's happened in the past like year or so. Doing this stream has been an absolute highlight of it, and being able to send bullshit, crazy shit to my friends. You know what? Do you guys want to hear a story?
Ooh,
Kevin,
story time.
Kevin, you already had this story sent to you. But I think there's not like a time this is going to come up canonically. So do you guys want to know where hell comes from?
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah.
do know about this.
I'm just going to read it out as verbatim as I can from what I sent to Henry. And so, maybe Trent doesn't know this, but we all know this now. So
I like the idea of,
Yeah,
at
please.
the end of the episode, revealing a heavenly beam that's no longer really a secret to... Yeah. I like that.
For folks unaware, I've been sending Henry little bits of kind of lore shit in all sorts of arcane ways for a while now, because Kevin has minor visions of the future. And when I made a Discord for Surf and Turf, there are one-on-one chats for me and all of my friends. There's Heavenly Beams for Kevin, Whispers of the Blood for Vernon, and Trent's Pinterest for Trent.
Doesn't get a lot of supernatural communication from God, so
No, it doesn't come up super often, but there's I don't know, times that you made your girlfriend kind of unhappy. So that's
Yeah.
something. A very, very, very long time ago. About as long as time ago can be. When heaven first allowed sentience to pepper our physical reality, they had a very novel idea. Why not be really efficient with it and look forward through the span of time and find the worst being that will ever live and destroy it now to get it out of the way beforehand? That means that they know that any person or any sentient being that exists in the world will not be the worst person ever and can be judged as such. Heaven turned its full attention forward and began sorting through every being who was ever to be. And after a pretty reasonably thorough dig of, a minor eternity, they had their candidate. As this being was fully destroyed and was the worst person ever, I will not be telling you who this person was. It doesn't work like that.
it's Cooper.
Go crazy with it. But Kevin knows what became of them, and now you shall too. Heaven's power, though limitless, was still very conceptually blunt, as there was it was more of a canon than a scalpel, as there was not a lot of canon for what people could perceive as a higher power. So even if it still had infinite ability, it had limited conceptual scope as a realistic and existing thing. So nobody's quite sure how hard heaven hit the worst being who ever lived with its magical power, but it blasted them out of causality, out of the universe, and far, far away. The force of the strike was so canonically immeasurable. Never before and never after has so much attention been paid to anything, living, dead, or in between, by Kevin, by heaven, that the sheer weight of importance in the universe caused this being to collapse in onto itself into a singularity of literal and immaterial density. And this hole in the universe became a reservoir for heaven's infinite output. Eventually, heaven would have just filled the universe with divine light and creation, and all would have been celestial harmonies and forever. But in the purposeful pre-strike and smiting of this being, heaven created their greatest and forever adversary, a collapsed inward infinity, a drain for heaven's endless expression, and thus hell became. Thank you, everyone, and good night.